Baby, baby, y'all get in here like and share this live. Baby, hold on, baby. Let me move this over her. Let me move this over her, baby. Baby, y'all didn't tell me nothing. Baby, y'all did not tell me nothing. And when I say y'all didn't tell me nothing, I mean y'all didn't tell me nothing. Child, I seen T after T after T after T after T after T after video after T. Baby, that baby is telling every fucking thing. Y'all get in here like and share this live. Okay? Get in her and like and share this live. Let me get a couple of shares and things on my side too. Cause baby, I'm ready to hop straight into it. When I tell you I'm ready to hop straight into it, baby. So let me get in her and like and share. Um Let me get in her and like and share. Cause baby, when I say video after 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 T after T after T, whoo, baby, y'all ain't told me nothing. We are see some people ain't over there down to the TikTok, which I understand because I just got on the TikTok. I just got on the TikTok and see that's probably part of the problem. Some people ain't over there down to the TikTok. And so then y'all probably ain't seen the T because y'all ain't wasn't over there down to the TikTok. And then I can understand that because I haven't been over there down to the TikTok either. And I just so happened to go over there down to the TikTok. And baby, T after T after T after T. Honey, I just tell you. I don't know when the last time matter of fact, I stopped looking at the videos so I can see them fresh with y'all. I said, let me just watch them with y'all, cause baby, let me just get this tea when y'all get it. So let me like and share. Can everybody? I need every single person in the building to like and share, to like and share, to like and share. We finna get started in just a second. You know what I'm doing? Liking and share. I'm liking and share. Okay. Let me see. Y'all say y'all been missing everything. Well, baby, I'm finna collect y'all on this tea. Baby, hold on. Let me like and share. Okay, let me share. Okay, I'm sharing. I need everybody to like and share the live. Share it to the groups that you're in. Share it to your personal page. Share it all across the town. If you do not know how to share on YouTube, you can click on the three dots. You can share there. You can click on the arrow. You can share there. And it will tell you how you can share it to your favorite platform. You can also click and copy the link to share it to your page. Also, you can go to my Facebook page. I just posted a YouTube where I am going to be on YouTube. So you can go over to that and you can share my Facebook page, which is really a link for my YouTube. Okay. So many ways you can share. I need you to share to the groups that you're in. I need you to share to your personal page. I need you to share all across the town. That's what I'm doing myself. I'm sharing. And we're going to get started in less than 5 minutes. Less than 5. So I need everybody to like and share the live. Like and share the live. Okay. Okay. Hello, everybody. Hello, one. Hello, all. Hey, Summer's Room. Thank you for sharing the live, love. Let me see. Oh, shit. I did not mean to do that. What happened? Okay, let me see. Hey, when you have shared the live, put a number 77 in the chat. Let me know when you have shared the live, please. Let me know when you have shared. Can you let me know when you have shared the live? Put a number 77 in the chat. Okay? Oh, I don't know what that message was, but I don't have time to read it. I don't know what that message was, but all I do know is I don't have time to read it. Okay, cool. I think that I have done my sharing. I think I have. Oh, no, that's the wrong live, baby. Let me refresh. See, one thing about it is Facebook be tripping. Let me get here. Okay, cool. Let me mute that. All right, so I'm done. How many people have liked and shared the live? Y'all put a number 77 in the chat. Facebook, we're heading over to YouTube. This is the last thing I'm going to do before we get started. Let me put the link in the chat. Facebook, please come over to YouTube. Link is in the chat. Link is in the chat. Link is in the chat. Link is in the chime. Link is in the chime. Link is in the chime. Ooh, I see something. J. Jackson Allen, thank you so much, my love. Thank you for always supporting the channel. I appreciate you so very much. Lioness Hart was the first person in the building. Thank you for coming through, Lioness Hart. Lioness, how you found me, girl? How you found me before I even went live? Malona Jackson, India Fox, Joan Townsend, hello. Yvette is in the building. Janice Turner, Rika Smith. Hello, Jay Official, Dolores Kidd, Dana Logan. Hello. Francis Harris in the building. Hey, Francis. Melody Mitchell Murray. Let me see what we got going on. Dolores Kidd, I believe I've said I don't know. Keita is in the building. Hey, Keita. Gwen Mills. Hello. We are Shawnette Williams. Hey, boo. I just got your message, my love. I saw your message come across. I didn't read it yet, but I'll get to it in a second. Dolores Kidd. Chris is in the building. Linda Whitaker. Dolores Kidd. I just said that. Diana Caleb. Linda Stute. April Saunders. Hello. April Saunders. Teresa Johnson. Tracy Franklin. Valerie Adams. Valerie Amos. Hello, my love. Cassandra Brooks. Stephanie Buckley. Hey, Stephanie Buckley. Let me see now. Letha Radish. Okay, Letha. He need money, Lord. We heard it all. We can see. I don't know. Oh, I don't know. Letha, are you talking about Courtney? Who are you talking about, Letha? I don't know who you're talking about, Letha. Hey, Summer's Room. Hey, Trish. Hey, Beverly. Hey, Janelle. Hey, Vera Dozier, that is. Let's see. Larinthia is in the house. And yes, I believe him. She is a nasty monster of a mother, and she talks all about this. See, yes, indeed. We're finna get into it. Penny Vestina is in the building. Hey, Penny. Hey, one thing about it is, I don't know, Penny must get all my notifications. Because I promise you, I didn't tell Penny I was finna come live, but she is in the building. Thank you, Penny. Y'all know I love to hear something. Listen, if you can support the channel, please do. I prefer the cash apps because, YouTube takes 30% of the YouTube. But if you prefer to send YouTube, baby, I like that too. However you support the channel is okay with me. Okay? I do prefer the cash app. Cash app is here. YouTube is here. We have a big Super chat go. We have a big super sticker go. I need everybody to like and share, and y'all come on in. It's so much tea to go over. Dolores Kid, thank you for being a member for over 2 years. The Nosy Neighbor for the BWC. Yes, indeed. Thank you, my love. So I'm going to say hello, one hello. Oh, Lisa Hetty Davis is in the building. Hey, Lisa. Hey, Lisa. How are you? Thank you for sharing, Golden Family Squad. I appreciate you, love. Everybody come in and like and share. Okay, we finna get straight into it. Let me see. Everybody's saying their hellos. Hey, mate, Upstepper. Hey, Valerie Adams. Hello, Amos. I keep saying Adams. Amos. I'm on YouTube. Let's get the guys. Okay, we finna get into it. We finna get into it. Okay, cool. So let me go ahead and cut out Facebook. Facebook. I need you to head over to YouTube. I'm gonna put in the link one more time. Head over to YouTube. Link is in the chat. I need everybody, those who just came in, please like and share the live. Share the live to the groups that you're in, especially. Share the live to your personal pages. Tag a friend, bring them on in. Share the live all across the town. Y'all ready to get into it? Let's go ahead and get into it. Okay. So y'all make sure that y'all are following. Y'all make sure y'all are following Courtney. I want to scroll up. I don't want to lose my spot. His name on TikTok is I Am Killer Kins. You can see it at the top. Make sure you're following him. I thought I had hit follow. What's the T? Make sure you're following him on TikTok. Now, I had followed him on YouTube, but I guess he don't do the YouTube or whatever. And I just kind of come across some clips. So I came across some clips. Hey, Raw Truth Uncut. Hello, love. Hey, Tawanda. I came across some clips, right? Darnell, I'm glad you cut the line, but I'm gonna break it for half. But my break is in half an hour. Oh no! I'm sorry, baby. Well, catch that replay. So I came across these clips, and then there was clip after clip after clip after clip after clip, where he tells, baby, I don't know how much he's telling, because I stopped listening after a while. I'm like, I just want to hear it when y'all hear it. So he's gonna start out telling how he moved, and I guess he got evicted. But then he's going to get into the mama. So apparently, him and the mama done fell out again, which is not, that's not nothing surprising. Apparently, him and the mama done fell out again. Woo! I heard something. Sarita, thank you for the big cash. She said, bring it, baby. Thank you for the big cash out, Sarita. Thank you for always supporting the channel. Okay, so we're going to start out, baby. I don't even know we're going to finish. You see, it's all these videos. I don't even know we're going to finish, but let's get into it.
Okay, on today's episode of It's Already Happened, so you can't shame me for it, bitch. We're going to talk about how I got evicted. Hey, not once, but twice. Oh, shit. If y'all watching long enough, bitch, I might be able to get me a new place. Shit, if I get enough views, bitch, I might be able to get me a house, bitch. What? Okay, boom. Let me just speed through. Let me give y'all. Let me turn my accent up a little bit so I could talk real fast. I was trying to code switch, but fuck that. Me and mama got into it at the beginning of my senior year. She put me out October of my senior year. I had to move in with my uncle. I was out of school for like a month or two. Boom, I ended up getting back at school for my senior year. My uncle tells me by the time you graduate, you need to have your money together because you might have to get your own place. I don't really think that you can move with us. As time get closer for graduation, he tell me like, oh yeah. Like you definitely need to have your money to get your own shit. So I saved up some money. I ain't have much, but I saved up some shit. I had like three. I did blow the money that I made. Ain't gonna lie to y'all, because I was making so much fast money. Shit, I was like, okay, I'm gonna get some more. Fuck it, bitch. I'm gonna be able to stack up at least 10 bands. I did not stack up 10 bands. I did not stack up 10 bands. I did not stack up 10 bands. I left with about 3, 4, but I made it happen. Got approved.
Now, for those who was following along back then, you remember there was this big fight that happened at the warehouse with Latrese Allen and her son, Courtney. And if you remember, the very first video I made was a cartoon parody of that situation. Now he moved out and he moved with his uncle, and then he moved by himself. So it's kind of crazy because it's taking us back to there. And then as the videos go forward, baby, I don't know what all this is going to be said because I stopped listening to it because some of it, I just said, well, let me listen to it when y'all hear it. But I'm just taking you back, and it started back to when he had his own place. Okay? Follow along and keep up.
Approved for the apartment 2 months after graduation at 18. Bitch, who's doing it like me? As you could tell, an 18-year-old who feel like they could navigate the world through the money that they making on social media. Bitch, I was making thousands.
Ooh, Blasted said it gets bad. Let me tell you, Blasted, I believe that. And I think that's why I stopped watching for a minute. I saw a couple, and I said, you know what? Let me just stop watching because let me have a live reaction with my people. And I believe it's going to get bad. I believe it's going to get bad. It's so many videos. But let's get into it. Thank you, love, for coming on through. I appreciate you. Everybody saying hello to Blasted.
Dollars in class. School didn't mean nothing to me. I've been to 16 different schools throughout my whole life. School didn't mean shit to me for real. Once I figured out it was about learning and them bitches wasn't teaching me, they wasn't learning me about how to make no money, I didn't give a fuck what they was talking about. Fuck them. Man. But, you know, months went on. I was paying my rent on time. I ain't gonna lie. The first month, my uncle helped me out. He gave me an additional $1,000. But he told me, like, man, you need to get on your shit, bro. You playing like you tripping, dog. Like, for real, you grown as fuck now. Ain't nobody coming to save you, even though I was still a child. But hey, I was 18, so legally I was an adult. So I did what the fuck legal adults do is, bitch, navigate the world through their own. And money started to slow up, bitch. Money on the internet, it started to slow up. And I missed 1 month, and then I missed another month, and then I had missed one more month, and I had missed one more month, and they was really.
Now listen, I'm in rural Georgia, so I don't know how he can miss so many months. Cause baby, you missed that first month, and I believe that's about it. Okay, so. He missed several months. That was a blessing because, baby, in Georgia, normally times you missed that first month and you ain't caught it up a little bit after that, baby. They filed it on papers.
They trying to work with me. Motherfucking landlord even told me, like, hey, come down, like, sign this paper. We'll let you leave. You're a first-time renter. We don't want this to fuck your credit up. Come sign this paper. You will let you leave debt-free. I was scared, bitch. I didn't know where I was gonna go. I was ashamed. I was embarrassed. I'm like, who I'm gonna go live with? Like, I can't go live with nobody I made friends with in Atlanta because I feel like a bitch to tell my business, bro. So I ended up moving with my cousin, and I think this.
Blessing says, what I understand is what brought this back up. Like what started this back up? See, I don't know, but what I do know is. Knowing, I want to say this too, real quick, because I thought I was going to say this in the beginning of the live. Knowing him and the nature of the relationship between him and his mother. Now, I am an advocate of change and true change or whatever. Do I believe Latrese Allen has changed? Yes, I do. Do I believe Courtney has changed? Yes, I do. Everybody changes and evolves. But to the depth of change where they weren't going to get into it again, I don't necessarily see that. I'm going to say this. Somebody give a message back to Latrese Allen. Latrese Allen, I supported you a great deal at one time. As a matter of fact, if you remember, Latrese, my name was Marquise Miller, and we had many conversations. We talked several times. At some point, Okay, so I supported you. We talked many times, and if you don't believe me or if you don't remember who I am, somebody send this back to Latrese. Ask Diamond. She remembers exactly who I am, and she remembers me being a big supporter of yours, and I was under the name Marquise Miller. Now, when this thing happened with Courtney, I expressed my opinion to you, and I did it not rude, not whatever, but you're the type of person where you don't want nobody to tell you nothing. It doesn't matter if it's polite or not. If it's not your side or how you think about it, you don't want to hear it. And so then you block me. Now, although I did do a couple of parodies on you, I decided not to ride your ass because it's not what I wanted to do for my channel. Although there were people riding your ass. Roz was riding your ass and might be still riding your ass. What's the other lady? I know what the what is her name? I don't remember her name. But the lady, I think her slogan is "the train is coming" or "y'all get on the train." Damn it, why I can't remember her name. Was riding your ass, and then her rides got into it, and then she made a shift towards that. Damn, why I cannot remember her name. I see if somebody put it in the chat. But the lady who was at your house was riding your ass too. Then the other lady with the dreads was riding your ass. Can't remember her name either. I think her name is B or Queen B or something. All of them was riding your ass. So although I did make the 3 parody videos, I got off of that. And what I shifted my content towards is when I saw people bullying and harassing people on the internet, even if they had done something wrong, if you thought they had done something wrong, I didn't feel like the people deserve to be bullied, harassed, stalked, and all of the things. So I began to, as I saw people on your ass, I made a conscious decision not to build a channel on riding somebody's ass. Okay? And what I did make my channel about is if somebody makes a mistake, okay, that's their mistake, but you don't have the authority or the moral compass to ride their ass on a daily basis like you do. So anyway, check me out. Remember who I am, Latrese Allen. And if you don't remember who I am, ask Diamond Stone because she remembers under the name Marquise Miller. Anyway, so I followed this a long way back. And when her and Courtney had that thing, and when he said she stuck her finger up his, and then she turned around and said, "Oh, I gotta ask Tay, did I do that?" Baby, I was off the wall right there because why the fuck do you have to ask somebody, did you stick your fingers up your child's? Why would you have to ask somebody that? You should know that you didn't do it. So right then, I had an issue because ain't no way, bro. Ain't no way. It ain't not a mother on here. Okay, I put it like this. Most of my supporters are women. If your child said that you forced and shoved your fingers up his as a form of punishment, put a number 77 in the chat if you would not have to ask any other another party, your ex, if you did that or not. Put a number 77 in the chat if you would not have to ask your ex if you did that. You would know you did it. So I'm asking you to put a number 77 in the chat. If your child said that, you would not have to ask nobody if you did it because you would know if you did it or not. I mean, come on now. Something's just common sense. And so you gave yourself away by saying you got to ask somebody if you did it. You gave yourself away right there. Ain't shit you could tell me after that. Ain't shit you could tell me after that. So that's how I know that boy was telling the truth. You gave it away. Oh, I gotta ask Tay if I stuck my fingers on because I don't remember that. You stupid ass lady. But anyway, I said I was gonna stop calling people names, but I gotta work on it. But stupid, that's a little light. But anyway, we're just going back to how it happened and what happened. And then we're gonna follow this man's story. Y'all, a lot of y'all gonna be hearing it for the first time because a lot of y'all don't have TikTok. Y'all don't have the tick. Y'all don't have the talk. So we finna be hearing it. I just want to give a little backstory. Let me play it.
Story time was long enough. Man, they end up coming to man, I was in there asleep. Bro, I bro, the police found my weed. If y'all want part two, bro, just tell me. This shit crazy. Okay, on today's episode of It's Already
Okay,
Happened, so you can't
let
shame me
me
for it,
see if
bitch.
I go
This is
up.
part two of how I got
Okay, there
evicted,
we
and I
go.
just want to say I've been drinking. I've been drinking. So let's get into this story time. Still got my homegirl on the side with me, chilling. Okay, so boom, let's talk about the actual eviction, bro. I was in there. I knew they was coming. I felt it in my intuition. I felt it in my gut. I'm like, fuck. I'm like, they coming. Every time a breeze blow by the motherfucking door, I'm ducking. He think he tough. He better duck. Put it, man. I was ducking. I'm peeking through the windows. I'm thinking the maintenance men. Bit, mind you, while I'm haven't paid my rent, I'm still requesting for shit to be fixed. I'm still requesting for shit to be replaced. I'm still requesting my services because by law. Oh, okay.
Wait, y'all said the sound is going out. Can y'all hear or no? Can y'all hear or no? Kitty said the sound is going out. Can y'all hear or no? Y'all should be able to hear, but let me know. The sound is going out. Can y'all hear or no? Y'all said I can. Yes, I can hear. I hear it. The sound is fine. Okay, Akita, I'm not sure why you can't hear, beloved, but you might want to refresh or something because it looks like everybody's saying they can hear.
Okay. So boom. I just knew they was coming, bro. I had smoked me a big. I stayed up early in the morning. I was out of a fresh situationship. I was drinking myself to sleep. I was substancing myself to sleep. I damn near fell into substance abuse, bro. For real, almost fell into fucking substance abuse. But I was drinking, smoking. I had ended up staying up till like 6 in the morning, just like losing my mind or whatever. Bro, I ended up falling asleep or whatever. Mind you, I had just copped, so I get waking up to do. Police, open up. I said, oh fuck. Mind you, I'm just in my underwear. I don't have.
Now, mind you, his mama stopped talking to him because, baby, one thing you should always know, baby. First of all, I never went through an eviction to where, well, I did give a house up, but bitch, I had left that shit 6 months before. I had been over that. But I never went through an eviction. I did give a house up to where I could have got evicted, but baby, I was gone 6 months. I could have lived in that house. Now that's how much I didn't want that house, baby. I left that house 6 months. Could have lived in there 6 months for free. Didn't even do that. So I never went through an eviction like somebody come put me out. But baby, you supposed to be gone for them people get there. And so he was young, 18 at the time, 17, 18, 19, I don't know. So this mama wasn't able to tell him that because she wasn't talking to him.
have no clothes on. So they come in, they flashing a fucking flashlight on me, and they like, oh, come out, come out, come out, come out. I'm like, can I put some pants on? I didn't give a fuck about them pants. Bitch, I was trying to hide that weed. I had at least, I had just bought a zip, bro. They was supposed to put me behind the jail. Bitch, God was with me this day. I almost shitted on myself because I was trying to hide it in my covers. He fucking moved my covers, dropped the weed on the floor. He come out the room. Oh, you know what we got to do with this? I don't know what we got to do with it though. Turned off his body cam, flushed my shit down the toilet for me. Still kind of fucked up,
If I'm not mistaken, a zip is an ounce of weed. An ounce.
but at least I didn't go to jail. That was the that he felt like he felt some sort of compassion. Nigga ain't had no pants on when we opened the door. Bitch ass nigga getting evicted. I ain't gonna hit him with a charge. He already seemed like he going through it for real. There ain't even no furniture in this bitch. I went the whole lease, no furniture. Bitch, but I had a bed. My bed wasn't on the floor. I had a little TV. Refrigerator stayed full. I was on my shit somewhat. Somewhat.
Ah,
But man,
Jessica!
they end up they told me I had to get out. I had to grab my fucking cats, bro. That's another story. I don't even fucking have them no more. Bro, It's been so much going on this past year of my life. I just gotta get it out. Fuck it. The people around me don't seem to care. So bitch, I'ma just talk to strangers on the internet. We gonna build some community around this bitch. I was being a little dramatic, but for real. For real though. Like,
I do remember that Gwen Mills. She said the only time I did that is when they went boo boo, and then she said she did it to all of her kids. She said she stuck her fingers up all of her kids when they went and boo boo. So skip the suppository, skip the other methods that other mothers got their children to not be constipated. She literally said she stuck her finger up all of her children's to get out the doo-doo. Lord Jesus, it's a fire. No, Lord Jesus, it's some shit on her hands.
man, this shit been real. I feel like I've been facing so much on my own. Y'all don't understand. But I'm gonna help y'all understand as I tell more motherfucking story times. Stay tuned. This is part
Ooh,
two of how.
child.
Bro, the worst part about going through shit is fine shit approaching you while you're going through shit. Cause it's just like, no, not right now, for real. Not right now. Not right now. I fumbled so much fine shit within a span of 3 days. It was a new record. I
Let
fumbled a
me
motherfucker
see.
within a few hours. Not even on no me shit, but on some me shit. Cause I had to let them know. No.
His mama don't like him because they're
No.
just alike. She created whatever it
We
is
could
going
flirt
on
a
with him,
little bit.
expose him to
I
all of the
entertain it.
BS at a young age.
But
Diamond D,
that's
I believe that.
April. We can't go no further. Not right now. I'm not denying myself love because of my financial status, but I need to focus on my financial status before I, get into the love aspect of life. But like I should have a couple things in order. It's just
Osel says exactly. So all the kids, when they were infants, exactly, Osel. So Osel remember exactly what I'm saying. She said she stuck her finger up each one. She said she did that to all her kids. Now, one thing about it, when I remember something, ain't shit you can tell me. Ain't shit you can tell me when I remember somebody saying something specifically. Ain't shit you can tell me. But Osel, thank you for confirming.
I don't know. Okay, let me explain what my mom put me out
Thank
real
you, Miss
fast. My mama
Billy.
is gonna see this video and say, I treat
Now hold on. Now this I think when it starts to get into it. This is when I think it starts to get into it. Now you don't want to miss none of this because I ain't finna miss none because I'm finna hear it with you. Thank you, Miss Billy. Let me tell y'all, we got a big super chat go. We got a big cash app go. However you can support the channel, please do.
my kids the same, but I guarantee you, none of my siblings. Okay, let me explain what my mom put me out real fast. My mama is gonna see this video and say, I treat all my kids the same, but I guarantee you, none of my siblings will ever have to go through any of this. So all that shit go out the window. She definitely don't treat her kids the same. I love my mama though. Don't get me wrong. Never trying to bash her, but we gonna talk truth about actions for real. My mama put me out at 15 first, right, y'all? Then I end up coming back after 2 years. I came back at 17. This is my auntie put me out for whatever reason and she could find. Like I really feel like she was just tired of me being there. I really think that's really all it came down to. I wasn't no bad child. I actually went to school and got better grades than her kids. But I don't know. I think she was just tired of me for real. That was really it. But when I came back from with my mom, I was still like this sheltered version of myself before I left. It was just like being there was so depressive for me. I stayed in the room all the time. I did whatever I could to avoid issues, and issues still arose. Like, boom, it was four,
Thank you,
five grown
Antoinette.
motherfuckers in the house, yet somebody said something to me about washing dishes when we all able-bodied in this bitch. And I haven't done nothing to contribute to the mess. But that's neither here nor there. This stuff matters because this is what led up to me getting put out the second time. It was like built.
Yes, Sheila. Her Sharita is her name. So Sharita was on your ass. They had been to your house before. Sharita, thank you, Sheila. And her name is Try Me Now. Sharita was on your ass. Roz was on your ass, and they might still be on your ass. I don't know. It was so many people on your ass. Okay. Thank you, Sheila.
built up stuff over time because my mama is the type, she likes to nitpick. She likes to nitpick. She can't never just let shit be. She can't never give grace. She can't never be patient. She can't never just chill. She got to do the most every single motherfucking time. I'm
Yes,
going to say
little
this one more
mama.
time. I love my mother dearly, but we're going to talk truth in actions. The one specific incident that got me put out again at 17 to go live with my uncle was the pettiest shit ever. My mom is a narcissist. These are not bad things. This is not a bad thing. Acknowledging that is not a bad thing. Acknowledging that is the first step to actually healing. My mom is a narcissist. She's very narcissistic. I have narcissistic tendencies as well due to my mom being a narcissist. However, in this situation, I wasn't wrong. In most situations, I wasn't wrong. In most situations, I was really just doing teenage shit, doing kid shit, being a fucking job. My mom had a warehouse for her business or whatever. And this specific day, we was there all
Here we go. I told y'all this where it started. This where the shit started.
day packing orders. So she decided to order lunch. Lunch took about an hour to come in. I don't know if she was aggravated from being
Okay, I want to pause right there. He said, I don't know if she was aggravated. One of the message I told Latrese, again, under my name, Marquise Miller, we used to talk all the time. I said, Latrese, you was already aggravated. If y'all watched that video at the warehouse when this whole thing happened where she fought him, she was already aggravated. She was already annoyed. Anything he did was annoying her. He was drinking a drink. She was like, put that drink down. Why are you drinking a drink? Maybe because he's thirsty. Why are you on your phone? Why are you? And you know, the phone is one thing, but when you see somebody taking a sip of a drink and they can't even take a sip of a drink, that means there's a bigger issue. So you're already annoyed with him for whatever reason. So that shit that happened was bound to happen because he just said it right here. He don't know if you was already annoyed. Either you were annoyed, period, and took it out on him, or you are annoyed with him. I remember it. I can see it. And you told that boy to put down your drink. Why are you drinking a drink? Bitch, because people drink because they thirsty. What the hip hop hell?
hungry. I don't know what the fuck the
Let me
case
go
was.
back.
But she told a warehouse for her business or whatever. And this specific day, we was there all day packing orders. So she decided to order lunch. Lunch took about an hour to come in. I don't know if she was aggravated from being hungry. I don't know what the fuck the case was. But she told me to go get some forks for the food. So as I'm walking,
Me
I hear
too,
you.
Bobby.
I don't have. I just go do what you told me to do. I okay, and that's all. So I walk in to go get the motherfucking utensils. She come rushing in behind me. Oh, put that motherfucking phone down. Da, da, da.
Now, on the phone, she
Did I
told you
grab
put
what I
your
need real
drink. That
quick?
it was
I
a
couldn't even
drink
grab
for
what I
me.
need. I'm trying to explain to her. I'm grabbing what you told me to grab right now. You didn't give me the chance to grab it because I didn't move as fast as you wanted me to. And she got mad and she tried to swing on me.
Hey,
Mind you,
Tammy.
all of this is on camera. Girl, after she do all that, it's this big. She does the most. She calls my uncle. Oh, he gotta go. He can't stay here. Blah blah blah. Mind you, I just sat here for hours helping her. I sat here for hours helping her package orders all day. Now I'm disrespectful and I'm the worst child in the world, and she motherfucking hate me damn near. So I call my friends. She gets on motherfucking Facebook Live and broadcasts this whole incident and
Yep.
tries to diminish my character and
Yep.
have these people, having grown ass, old ass ladies attack me. The
Yep.
fact that I'm moving with so much grace for my mama to this day, she should be thankful. For
Yep.
real. Bro. But they fucking attacking me because she done got on here and lied to these people talking so I hit her, all of this shit. It was so fucking.
Now she played that ring video, which didn't really show nothing. Okay, it might have shown somebody defending themselves because, bitch, I'm gonna try to block you from hitting me. And I believe, if I remember, there may have been a square up stance, if I remember correctly. Don't quote me on that. A square up stance, because listen, every bit of what this boy says, see, her personality lines up with the aggressive behavior that he said that she had from when he was a child. Now she could go be a lesbian, but God forbid he be gay. So she was a lesbian she was participating in lesbian activities around the time where he had this whole issue. But so commonly, sometimes a woman could be a lesbian, but God forbid their child, their son, be a homosexual. Now let's continue listening because everything he said, I remember as that is exactly how he said it happened. Okay? And those who were there or remember are putting in the chat that they remember it happening like this as well.
Crazy, y'all. Okay, let me. My mama would take me bringing stuff up that has happened as throwing it in her face or holding it against her. But it's like to act like it didn't happen does nothing for me, for real. Like that actually makes it worse for me. So it's like, okay, yeah, let's talk about it and move on. But this is like years of trauma. This isn't just like one incident. This is a reoccurring thing. I just want to say, biologically, kids are engineered to love their parents. Like, no child just hates their parent. My mama would try to say, "Oh, I hate her," and I hated her, and it's like that's not possible, boo. Like, you're my mom. Yes, it is possible, but you're the only parent that I have. My dad was in prison for 20 years. He just got out last year. So it's like I can't really hate you because you're all I know. And I look just fucking.
All right, now Shani says her children were taken away from her when she was on Persiscope due to abuse. A white man had to take them away. He seen what she did and reported her. In my opinion, he has trauma. He and her both need help. Okay.
Like you every time I look in the mirror. It's like, how could I
Thank you,
hold
Miss
resentment or
Billy.
hatred? But this is about the first time my mama put me out at 15. Basically, I had started dating. I was 15 and I got into a long distance relationship with somebody I thought was cute. Like we thought we were cute and we just started talking and we was getting comfortable with one another. It literally wasn't nothing serious for real. There was no sexual conversations, no nudes exchange, none of that. It was like really innocent. We weren't even in an official relationship when this all transpired. But basically, my mom went through my phone and seen I had me a little boo because she was basically like, oh, why I'm so into my phone these days or whatever. My mama always thought I was up to something I ain't had no business doing. But like this time, I guess she felt like she called me. Bro, when I say she blew that shit up, she smashed my phone. She smashed my phone, like smashed that bitch, threw it on the ground. When I started crying, she calls the police and tells them, oh, ain't that she think her son losing his mind. She basically trying to make it like I was crazy and that I was gonna try to hurt her over breaking my phone. Girl, she go live. She telling these people like all types of shit. Like she's calling this boy. Done put this boy number on Facebook, put his Instagram on Facebook. Got all these old people DMing him, and it's a child. It's a 15-year-old child. She's telling these people he's a gang member, and I'm trying to go to where he at, and mind you, I was sheltered. I knew nothing but my mama house because my mama never let me do anything. Anybody that's from 941 and they know my mama, man, listen, when we moved from Georgia, y'all never seen us. That's because she kept me cooped up in the motherfucking house. I couldn't do shit. My mama swore up and down like, oh, you just ready to fuck, da 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 da. And it was like her her worrying about my sex life so bad made me want to have one. I wasn't even fucking. And it's like maybe I should go fuck just to see like what it's like. But she did everything in her power to try to scare me from sex and wish all types of shit. She did all types of crazy ass shit to try to scare me from sex. So she could have just educated me and herself at the same time. After she get on live and do all of that to this boy, she basically give me an ultimatum.
Thank you, Miss
And she like,
Billy.
oh, you could stay, but you could.
Listen, we have a big super chat goal, a big cash app goal. If you can, I prefer the cash app. If you want to send super chat, please do. Make sure you send the super chat and not the super sticker. Please support the channel if you can.
Never talk to this boy again, or you could go and choose him, da 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 da. And it was like after everything that had transpired and how it went down, I was just like, I'm clearly not wanting here. Man, I got the fuck on. I got the fuck on. That was my way out. Shit, crazy part is me and that motherfucker ain't end up lasting anyways. And I kind of knew that, but it was just that was my chance to escape, bitch, and I got away. If y'all want me to tell y'all how and why we broke up, this shit is, my life is a fucking movie, bro. This motherfucker was lying about who he was the whole time. Like, I can't, bro. I'm gonna make a part 2. Let me know if y'all want part 2. My mama take. Okay, this is part 2.
Okay, we continue. And thank you, Lioness.
The person that I ended up being in a relationship with was
thank you, Lioness.
So after the incident, when my mama getting on live, and
we are 23 super chats away from our super chat goal. Quite a few super chats away. Please support the channel if you can.
I wasn't leaving my home for them. Like, I had to let them know, like, I'm leaving home because my living situation is fucked up as is. I wasn't leaving home specifically for you, for real, for real. It was more so about everything that I had experienced. 4 or 5 months go by, and shit, we was kicking it at this point. I randomly get a text one night about how I'm not gonna view this person the same, and they so sorry for keep this from me and all types of shit. So I'm like, if you ain't cheated, what the fuck did you do? This motherfucker was trans and didn't tell me. That's kind of how I discovered I was pansexual. He started telling me everything about like how he always felt like he was born into the wrong body, the mental, physical, and verbal abuse he got from his mom when she would like get upset, how he had been on testosterone since 13. And it was crazy to see what the fuck testosterone could do to a 15-year-old body. It also makes sense as to why he never really advanced on making anything sexual for real, for real. After a couple days, I really sat and thought on it. I couldn't really like act disgusted or act like I wasn't attracted to this person as an individual. And shit, I accepted him for who he was. But shortly after that, after I found out that he was trans, now that I've educated myself on like trans issues and like topics, I feel like he was facing some type of body dysmorphia, and it was like fucking him up psychologically, and it ended so bad, y'all. I ended up exposing him to his best friend. She didn't even fucking know he still liked guys. He was telling me to kill myself. It was crazy. So the motherfucker was a catfish, but he wasn't a catfish, but he was a catfish. Cause you, but you not you, but you. You know? You should just show me you.
Okay, let's go to the next one.
And I just want to say, you hoes can't shame me about tricking. You hoes better start tricking.
So here, unfortunately, he says he had to do a little something strange for a piece of change while he tried to make his way through living as a young adult.
I don't know. Keep talking about me tricking, bitch.
Thank
I was
you,
looking for a
Lynn.
pay pig anyways. I was trying to get into Findom. I'm trying to cuss a bitch out for their life saving. Bitch, y'all can't blame me for getting it how I live. I kind of did drag it a little bit, calling myself an escort. But, bitch, if I've done something sexual for money, then, bitch, I'm a sex worker. At least I'm not selling ass. Shit, I could be honest about that. I had OnlyFans my first year of living alone. That's how I paid them bills. Bitch, that's how I delayed that eviction for real. That's how I stayed afloat and was paying rent on time. Bitch, I had started OnlyFans. I found me a good trick. Bitch, shit, life was good a little bit. I could talk about it now because I ain't going through it right now. I'm good right now. I'm chilling right now. But y'all can't judge me for real. I mean, y'all can judge me, but the more y'all talk, the more I make. Every view is monetized. Boo. I could change my situation simply by talking about my life. So that's what the fuck I'm doing. I'm sharing my testimony. And I inspire you to do the same. And I just want to say, you hoes can't shame me about tricking. You hoes better start tricking. Shit, I don't know.
I mean, I'm with you, DD, little mama. He's telling his own business. He's telling he was slick, kind of an escort at some point. And I don't know if he said here, but another video, he said he had OnlyFans. So I am more inclined to believe he's telling the truth as well. Everybody has their own opinion. Everybody is free to their own opinion in the chat. But I'm more inclined to believe he is telling the truth.
Okay, so I'm going to answer some of y'all frequently asked questions. Here we go. How could you still love your mom after all of that fuck?
Real quick. Ooh, I heard something. Big cash up. Big cash up. Kathy. Thank you so much, Kathy Emma. I appreciate you, love. Thank you for always supporting the channel, Kathy.
fucked up shit she did to you. Okay, so I'm gonna answer some of y'all frequently asked questions. Here we go. How could you still love your mom after all of that fucked up shit she did to you? Because I know deep down inside my mama is just a hurt individual. I stay on my mama's ass because I know she's capable of empathy, compassion, understanding, just like the next human being, because she's faced the same hardships she's put me through. Why come to the internet about it? My mama has documented our whole life on social media. Everything I'm telling y'all is just a retell. Y'all have already seen it. And if you haven't seen it, then the proof is in the pudding. All you gotta do is go back and look and scroll. Nothing is private at this point. It's no point in keeping trying to hide or delete anything. This is my life, bitch, and I'm gonna own it, bitch, and I'm gonna talk about it. Bitch, I'm gonna turn my pain into profit. How can you still be in contact or still love your life? I'm not in contact with my mama. I don't talk to my motherfucking mama. Some people saying, why now? Why bring back all of this family drama? Da, 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 da. This ain't no motherfucking family drama. This is my life story. See that she done fucked y'all mind up so bad. Y'all thinking this shit is everything a skit. No, this is my life story. This is shit that actually fucking happened to me. I really just want y'all to stay tuned because this.
And I'm staying tuned. This man is telling what he says happened in his life. Everybody has the autonomy to believe him or not believe him. I believe what he's saying is true.
It ain't nowhere near over. I got stories probably to tell for the next 365 days. Another question is, oh, do you think she treated you differently because of your sexuality? Yes, and also other reasons. I believe there was a multitude of reasons. One of the main reasons being her and my dad didn't have a
Now,
relationship, and I was her first child. She named me after my father without even having a relationship with my
hold
dad.
on, I want to pause. Now, Tawanda, I do believe you are not to put your family's business on the internet. I am a strong believer of that. I will say, however, his mom been doing it. We wouldn't even know that they had that fight if she didn't record it at the warehouse. If she didn't come online subsequently and say all of this other stuff. So while I do believe in keeping your family stuff off the internet, his mom is the one who started putting the family stuff on the internet in the beginning.
I feel like my mama had expectations of what she wanted her first son to be like. And when I wasn't that, baby, she didn't give a fuck. And what I'm seeing is confirmed because as I'm growing, I'm supposed to be the man of the house while also being a child. Really living in a state of indoctrination. I also feel like colorism could play a part too, because I'm the darkest of my mama kids. And I'm the only child that's not mixed. She didn't want to be viewed as a homophobe. So in order to make her reaction seem granted, she tried to blow my actions out of proportion. Basically pull a fucking smear campaign to make herself look less bad. I think I could talk about anything that I experienced in the house growing up because I was used as a scapegoat for content for years. Getting my motherfucking head knocked between the washer and dryer for not remembering the words to a fuck ass skit. It's literal skits where she has 9-year-old me acting like a fucking dog, putting a dildo in my mouth. Live streaming broadcasted to the whole world when the first
My
time she caught me
God.
watching porn. I told my mom I wanted to be a model. She said, look at your teeth. Who would want you to model for them? That's not even the surface. My mama gonna be heavy in a lot of my traumas because she's the only parent I had my whole fucking life, bro. Whole fucking life. This is my first year having my dad out of prison. Again, I'm 21 now. These are not current events. This is just my life story. Yeah, I found the ethical way to make money until I could find a job. So, bitch, I'm gonna talk about all of it.
Baby, he said he finna talk about all of it and we finna listen. His TikTok name is I am Killer Kens. IAMKILLAKENZ. I am Killer Kens.
Okay, so now let's talk about how CPS took me and my siblings from my mama. Cause y'all probably like how all of this shit happening, but nobody stepping in to help. I'm from Florida and it was hurricane season.
I
So
remember that, Shani. She did say she had her children stealing for her when they were little. I remember that coming out of her mouth. Yep. Y'all said horrible. Wait a minute. What's the new dog? Well, he said that she made him do a skit as him playing a dog with a dildo in his mouth. You're right. I haven't been watching her that long. Hey, I watched her earlier today and she said he's been evil since he was 3 years old. And see, what parent says their child is evil at 3 years old? Now, maybe I should say that bad. Maybe somebody is evil at 3, but I don't know very many parents that would just condemn their child evil at 3. Actually, she was on live, and her and him happened to get into it. Then people paid him to drag the BS out. And now, don't be surprised. It's just me. No. So let me go back. I remember this. I was on that live. She could have turned that live off. She set that phone up and positioned that phone and went over to confront that boy. She could have turned that live off. I was on that live, so there ain't much you can tell me about it. She could have turned that phone off if she didn't want that to be on that live. She had every opportunity to turn that phone off. As a matter of fact, she had to show the ring camera in the room that they went in, but she made sure she left that live running. She made sure she left that live running. Okay? But she could have cut that off, and nobody had to know a damn thing about what happened. Then go write a book about it. How can a 3-year-old be evil? That alone should tell you yes, that's what I'm saying. Yep, I remember that too. She talked about this today. Okay, let's continue.
So my mama basically like made a skit about a hurricane or whatever, and she wanted me like to throw shit in the background, make it seem like the wind was just like blowing shit. So she was telling me like, oh, to throw my sister or whatever. I threw my sister, but my sister slipped and landed on her ass, and all of that was on camera. So she started crying or whatnot on camera, and when my mama posted that skit, people started reporting her to CPS for child abuse. And that wasn't our first time having CPS in our business, because I remember when I got pulled from class in 3rd grade and they was asking me questions and shit. And as I got to answering shit, I was answering innocently. Bitch, I'm come home, she done beat my motherfucking ass. But I digress. Back to what I was saying. People was sending that video to CPS and reporting her for child neglect and abuse and all of that. So they come out, they interview us. Naturally, a black mother don't want to treat her children right, but she don't want to lose them either. She don't want to embrace them. She don't want to make sure that they straight set up financially for their future. But she don't want to lose her kids. It's going to be so embarrassing if she lose her kids. So she trains us and tells us, oh, don't tell them people shit. Da 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 da. They gonna take y'all away. Basically, she scared the fuck out of all of us, like coaching us on what to say, basically. And shit, that's what happened. The first go round, my mama won the case because it was like there was no neglect in the video. I guess people were still making reports. So about a week later, CPS came back and they said, we feel you abuse your children. And they took us from my mama. They went about it completely fucking wrong. And I'm still against the system to this day because of that shit. It was like they was right, but they just went about it wrong. Like she was doing fucked up shit, but
thank you, Miss Billy.
Y'all went about it wrong. And y'all so lucky because this story trickle off into why I don't fuck with my daddy's side for real. But anywho, my grandma, we end up having to move in with my grandma, my dad's mom. After you get settled in the home, they do a checkup. They have you come to the office, ask you some questions, ask you what you need, shit like that. Really try to figure out how they could, really try to evaluate how they could assess you for real, for real. They made me and my siblings go individually, and they was asking us different things, different questions. They started asking me questions she didn't train me for. So I shut down. I wasn't even responding. I just stopped talking because I didn't want to tell on my mama. So he made the psychiatrist made my grandma come in the room. This is my dad, mom. And she basically like, this is to help your mom. You need to tell these people the truth so your mom could get help. So that's what the fuck I did. I told them people the truth. I told them the truth about how I was treated differently, got my ass whooped, how she had us running out of stores, stealing. I just told the truth, bitch. I knew the way that she was treating me wasn't right. I knew shit wasn't right. I knew deep down in my spirit, but I felt like shit, if this is gonna get her help, bitch, then let's try for real. What, I was like 13? Bitch, I was 13. I genuinely believed that they was gonna help her. Bitch, my mama told me that them people was the enemy.
Thank you, Miss Epps, for the big cash app. She said, thank you for bringing awareness to the light. Thank you, Miss Epps, for the big cash app. Thank you for supporting the channel, my love.
And they was gonna take us away from her, and we was never gonna see her again. Bitch, naturally, I was not gonna want to tell on my mama. Do y'all know my mama held resentment towards me for telling on her because after I told, that drug the case out for like damn near 3 years, and we jumped from house to house to house to house. And I hope my siblings understand, like, I wasn't trying to hurt them in any type of way. My mama used to tell my siblings shit like, "Oh yeah, he hates y'all," and da da. Like it was mental warfare. These are fucking little ass kids, and you telling them I hate them. With me being the oldest and no father figure present, I was the second parent. Boo. My kids, my siblings is damn. Look, my siblings is damn near like my kids. My mama can say whatever. I helped raise them. I helped a lot. And mind you, this is before my mama put me out at 15. Way before my mama put me out at 15. And I had already spent a majority of my life jumping house to house, being thrown off on people by my own mom. Bitch, I felt like a motherfucking puppy, an accessory. I don't feel like
Now, I will say this: his story is consistent. I do remember him saying, and even her confirming that she had sent him with her sister, and then I think something happened with that, and he came back for a while. Then he went to live with PJ, which is his uncle. So the story is consistent as far as I'm hearing as well.
she wanted a child for real. It's probably gonna be like 3, 4 parts to this story because the shit I faced in that motherfucking system, jumping house to house with family, bro. Now,
All right, we finna go to the next part. So listen, hold on, I need to go back to um. Okay, let me just go back to where I was. Okay, let's go to the next part.
okay, y'all. This is part two as to why CPS took us from my mama. Well, really just the experience throughout the system. I started off at my grandma's house or whatever. We gonna say Grandma V. This is Grandma V. I'm at Grandma V house. This is my dad's mom. Keep track of this name. Y'all know how kids who spent most of their life sheltered act when they go to college? You know, like that, how they just be doing shit? Yeah. That's that's what I did when I got. That's what I did when I got to my grandma's house. I'm not even gonna hold you. I gave my grandma hell. I was bad as fuck, and I really needed my ass whooped a couple times. I was fighting. I was getting suspended from school. I had got 29 referrals in a span of 3 months, and the only reason I didn't get expelled from the fucking school and sent to triad was because the principal of the school was cousins with my dad's mom, Grandma V. But that really wasn't the only reason that I was acting out. My mama, we were still getting visitations with my mom. And my mom had informed me that my grandma was receiving a check. My grandma was receiving a check for us. So we sitting here at my grandma's house, she acting like we just on her budget. And she can't do nothing. But apparently, whole time I guess CPS was giving her a check. I'm not sure though because I was a child, bitch. Ain't nobody showed me no check coming in no mail. My mama told me my grandma was getting a check. I think my grandma just got tired of me for real, for real. Like, and everybody was so quick to label me as a troubled child and just wash their hands with me, so I showed my ass. I gave them what the fuck they deserved. To this day, my grandma don't know. One night I overheard her on the phone with one of my aunties talking about, yeah, he's not my grandson no more. My daddy don't even know that. I still have yet to tell my dad that I heard her with my own 2 ears. She was making me sleep in the den where the dog's at with no AC and locking the door so I can't come in her house and use the bathroom late at night. Telling me don't ask my granddad for no money, but letting my okay, whooping my motherfucking siblings' ass, motherfucking all types of shit. Mind y'all, before all of this, it had been years since I fucking talked to my grandma. So I was gonna give her grace to say maybe she didn't deserve it. But no, nobody on my daddy's side really made the effort to reach out and speak to me for real, for real. Nobody. Nobody. So I will say, I didn't come there being bad. I didn't start off being bad. But as time went on, motherfuckers showed their true colors, and it was what it was. All that time had passed, I guess she was just fed the fuck specific night, she told me to get out her car, but not to go in her house. Oh, okay. Hometown not that big, so I walked my motherfucking ass to my great grandma's house. My mom's mom. My great grandma stayed watching me as a child, anyways, in a motherfucking wheelchair. I didn't mind getting the fuck
Thank you,
on,
Miss
and I
Billy.
went with my grandma. Another thing, Grandma V, she would do weird shit like tell me I can't go over to my great grandma's house to see her and talk to her and spend time with her. After I basically ran away, after she told me not to go in her house, shit, I was at grandma's house, cooling it. Shit was going smooth for the time being. I'm gonna be honest. Ain't gonna lie, it was one time Grandma V came over there and I had to hide in my great grandma Ida closet. I had to hide in her closet because I'm not going back over there. I don't know why you came over here to get me. Go ahead and get a caseworker, my great grandma number and her address, and tell her this is where I'm gonna be. Girl, CPS said since my grandma was in a wheelchair, she was not fit to take care of me, and they had to find somewhere else for me to go. This is where I went to go live with my auntie Sharika, and y'all might view me just a little differently after all of this. Okay, y'all, this
All
is part
right.
two. As
Hey, boom. This is part 3 as to why CPS took me and my siblings from my mom. CPS said, hell no, your great grandma can't take care of you. This motherfucker's in a wheelchair. So I evidently had to go somewhere else. They found
Now, of course, I definitely don't agree with you talking about your grandma and calling her a motherfucker. Okay, don't agree with that.
they found somewhere for me to go. I went with my auntie Sharika. My auntie Sharika already had 2 kids and a man. So they was in a 2 bedroom apartment. Space was something, it was scarce, boo. But my auntie let me in with open arms. And one thing I can say is that my auntie didn't deserve none of the bullshit that I put her through. Literally none of it. The same shit that I was doing at Grandma V house, stealing, fighting, getting in unnecessary ass trouble. I was doing that same shit at Auntie Sharika house. But see, the difference was my Auntie Sharika and my Uncle Chris actually made an effort, somewhat of an effort, to try to understand. They gave me grace. They gave me patience because they understood the situation and how that could affect somebody. They could understood how going house to house, being in the system could affect someone. But I was just not ready to stop being bad. I was 14 at this point, bitch. I wasn't ready to stop being bad, bitch. I'm stealing. I done stole his weed, took it to school, got caught with it. Stole an iPhone from Walmart. Had to go to teen court for that. When I say they did everything in their power to try to help me in some way, shape, or form, I think that's why I was trying to actively work with them. I wasn't bad the whole time that I was there. I got on my IEP behavioral plan. Like I was doing good. I had went from behavioral classes to back to regular classes. I was actively trying, but I still always ended up fucking up. Me stealing my uncle weed was the last straw. My auntie told that RSO, I'm not coming to get him. And she hung up. They cuffed me, take me to the holding cell, and my auntie eventually come get me. She don't say a word. She didn't say goodbye. That's how I know I hurt her so bad. Like, that's how I knew my actions had hurt her so bad. She didn't say nothing. She took me to that shelter and she dropped me off. And I couldn't do nothing but be disappointed in myself. Y'all, this is my second time back to the shelter. And after my first time there, I'm telling them, oh, I ain't never coming back, never coming back. Bitch, I was back. Bitch, my bags, everything I ever owned was already there. My auntie put me the fuck out. And bitch, I ended up getting put out the shelter. I'm gonna go over all this shit with y'all. I don't give a fuck. Hey, boom.
okay, y'all. So this is
Okay, so listen, he is taking accountability for him being a bad child. Um, it seems like he was going through a lot. He had been through a lot as a child, going from home to home, getting put out. His mama didn't love him. Well, it didn't seem like his mama loved him, or she didn't act like she did, or whatever. And so he was a troubled child. He's taking account of that. He's saying he know he was a troubled child. And he's also telling what happened to him during his childhood. So again, everybody has the option to believe him or to not believe him, but we're listening to what he's saying and following along. And there's many more. I don't even know if in this live we're gonna get through all of it. However, I am here to hear this with y'all, because at this point I haven't heard none of this either. So I'm hearing it with y'all about him saying what happened, and he's gonna get more in detail, if I understand correctly, about what happened between him and his mom. All right, so let me continue. Hold on. Again, please support the channel if you can. All right, let's see. Where were we at? Okay, here.
part 4 of why CPS took us from my mama. Okay, I go from with my auntie Sharika. I done gave her all these problems.
I ended up moving with my auntie Cece. Out of every person house I went to, I want my auntie Cece to know when I make it, she could get 10 acres and a motherfucking mule.
Laconda
She
said y'all better
treated
light the
me
live.
like a young adult. Like, she didn't treat me like no child and then adultify me. She treated me like a young adult. She gave me a respectful space to express myself. We sat down and we talked daily. And it's just like, I didn't give her no issues. I didn't give her no fucking problems, y'all. I didn't get into a single fight. I didn't get suspended once. I didn't even get in school motherfucking suspension. They never called her home about me, about behavior, none of that. I think the only thing that I did so bad at my auntie Cece house was I had left and I didn't clean my room. I was like 2 hours away. She called me. She talking that shit. Don't leave this motherfucking room like this no more. Auntie, my bad. I'm sorry. I understand. And that was that. My auntie talked to me about my sexuality. She was just she was a fucking angel in disguise, and I just thank God for her. She was fucking struggling, and she still took me in. She was struggling and took me in. By the time I got to my auntie Cece house, we didn't have much time left within the case. This is why I had to leave my auntie Cece house. My mama was upset that my auntie Cece was giving me freedom, allowing my best friend to stay the night, bro, allowing me to go places. Bro, my mama was pissed. She hated that I became my own person. She hated that I said fuck everything she tried to mold me into and went out and discovered on who the fuck I was on my own. Y'all talking about she was so mad. She was so mad she made me cut my hair. She was so mad she made me cut my hair. She was like, oh, you don't got the power. I got the power. I'm in control. She was on a power trip. She was on a power trip. And she was trying to let me know, like, oh yeah, pretty soon you're gonna be getting ready to come back with me. But I didn't want to go back. I even told the caseworker that. I'm like, I would rather stay here. I think I would rather stay here. The caseworker tells me,
I
well, you
believe
can't
it.
stay here because if you stay here, the case remains open. And I
I
guess they
believe
was
it.
ready to wrap it up or whatnot. Do y'all know my mama got on live and how her followers attacking my auntie Cece, sending her death threats and all? She got on live and lied to these people saying that my auntie was trying to keep her child away from her, and my auntie Cece called me in her room crying, tears running down her face. She like, nah, you can't stay here. This too much. Like, I gotta go. I can't. She's like, you gotta go. I can't deal with this. So I had to suck it up, and I had to go back home. And so much shit happened after that. My mama stopped. My mama pretended. Man, all of this shit, bitch, is crazy. Okay, y'all.
Now, one thing I like is when somebody is telling a story and they tell what they did wrong as well. Let's continue.
I'm gonna try to make this the final part as to why CPS took me and my siblings from my mom. It's so many details, I don't even really know where to start. We got back home January, I believe, of 2018. I think time passes, they closed the case. Everything was all right at first, but I want y'all to remember I left the house when I was 12. I'm 15, about to be 16 now. So a sense of self-identity, all of that, I had it. An idea of who I wanted to be in the world, I had it. I had my own sense of self. When I left the house, when we got taken by CPS, my mama was still buying my clothes. My mama was bipolar, and she'll tell you her motherfucker self. My mom will
Was.
tell you I'm a habitual liar, but that's because she never made me feel comfortable telling her the truth. Every time I tell her the truth, it ended up on the internet, on live, on Facebook, or it ended up thrown back into my face some way, shape, or form. Mamas love to scream, oh, I know my child. My mama can't even tell you my favorite color. Like the little basic shit that my mama needs to know, she don't even know that. My mama didn't take an effort to get to know me outside of being her child. You didn't sit me down and talk to me and ask me about nothing I had just experienced. You was just so fixated on what you had went through and how hard it was for you to get your kids back. When if you was on your shit in the first place, your kids wouldn't have never, one thing I learned about.
Okay, now let's clock that T a little bit. You know, she did lose them kids at least once. I don't know if it was more than once, at least once. So here we have other people involved and her being deemed as not a good parent as well. So not just on his account, CPS took them kids from her as well.
About life is people can only uphold their facade for so long. My mama already said she don't believe in therapy and she's not changing. So the story time's not gonna end here. When my siblings old enough, they may have some shit to tell. My brother's already talking about how they ready to move out when they turn 18.
I believe it.
They just became teenagers. Once them people closed that case, my mama was like, oh, bitch, it's time for payback. The first big incident that happened when I got back was her pulling up to where I'm walking from school, hopping out of her car and trying to fight me in front of everybody because I got a referral for talking. I didn't get put out of class. I didn't get none of that. The teacher wrote me a referral for talking. And that's where the fuck it started. It all went downhill from there. She started nitpicking at me about the type of music I was listening to, saying I want my little brothers to go turn out to be bitches. And I'm harder than some of the niggas that she know. Like, it was crazy. I remember we got into this big argument because she wanted me to go to this, like, brotherhood of men, like, program that I had already been to. And now that I was out, open and gay, that was not a space for me. That wasn't a space for me. And she wanted me to go back to toughen me up. And she was upset, talking about, bitch, you should want to change. Like, she was ashamed of what the fuck I need to change for. Bitch, you need to. But shortly after, she sent me to a military academy. She was just doing whatever she could to try to break me. She felt like the military academy was going to, like, just be so hard. She was kind of irritated when I got there and telling her, like, oh, it's still fights, it's still drama, it's just like regular high school, it's nothing. It was like she got a kick out of me being down. I don't know what it was about. But when we first moved to Georgia and we was living in College Park and my mama got that first house, baby, when we got to Georgia, it was over with. I was isolated. We didn't have no family members. We stayed damn near in the middle of the fucking forest. And this is where I started getting bullied by my own fucking mama. She pulled a gun out on me. This is where the endless lives, every time I made a mistake, started. There was nobody there to witness, but she can control the narrative because she had to follow. She could always take my phone, was always checking my socials, all of that. But now I can't be silenced. So to everybody seeing like, oh, you telling it all, I damn sure am. I'm going to try to make this the fight. When I first got put out at 15, my mama sent me to live with my best friend. My mama didn't send me to live. She didn't find no family for nobody to call me or nothing. She was trying to prove to me that nobody was going to have my back. So she called my best friend asking for his mom, telling her, oh, yeah, would you get him, da-da-da-da-da. And she said yes. My best friend mom, I consider her my second mom. I call her mom. She said, yes, he can come. Hell, yes, she can come. She woke up out her sleep. Yes, he can come. My best friend mom already had, like, I think 5 kids of her own. So she could have said, hell, no, he can't come here. I don't have no room for him. I'm not going to talk about my best friend mom living situation, but she wasn't fucking well off. She didn't have no fucking big ass house and a nice ass car. She was making ends meet her damn self. So the fact that she let me come was a blessing to me. This is where my auntie Teresa come into the picture. Now, I'm going to be honest. My auntie Teresa really not that bad. She ain't really did shit that was unforgivable. She just had her bird moments. And sometimes she was an asshole. For the most part, my auntie allowed us to do what we wanted as long as it wasn't no crazy shit. Like, we couldn't go out on school nights and, typical teenage rules. Like, be in my house by a certain time. Don't do this, don't do that. I didn't get in no fights at my auntie Teresa's house, no legal trouble. I didn't bring nobody in her house. I wasn't rebellious. I didn't come there starting no fights, none of that. But I was outspoken because I noticed a slight difference in treatment. I wasn't with that shit because you called my motherfucking phone and brought me here. You brought me here. And then my uncle was already homophobic. And you trying to tell me, oh, I got to understand. No, tell him just don't say nothing to me. And that's
Thank
what
you,
the
Miss
fuck
Billy.
my uncle didn't hate me because I was gay. He loved me as his nephew. He just didn't like the fact that I was gay. And that was enough for me to not.
Y'all, we are 20 super chats away from our goal. We have our Cash App goal as well. If you can support the channel, please do.
I really fuck with you. It was kind of crazy living in the house with a father figure and him not really acknowledging your presence for real, for real. But I can say he tried. I don't applaud half-ass, but I can say he tried. So my aunt didn't necessarily aid in no traumas herself. She was just an apologist. Knew how my mama was, but wouldn't speak up because she didn't have time for my mama. And she know how my mama is and shit like that. The only person who will call my mama out on her shit and go against the grain with my mama and not give a fuck about her attitude or all of the bullshit she's talking about is my great grandma. My mom do not like being called out on her shit, bro. She don't like when you just keep it real and tell it how it is.
Now, I experienced this for myself If y'all heard me in the beginning of the video, she don't like nobody to tell her nothing. Even if you say it politely, she doesn't like nobody to tell her nothing. That I experienced for my damn self.
She be acting like she's so real, she's so raw. But when you call her out on her shit, her flaws, her bullshit, oh baby, that's a whole different game. Another thing I did is I got caught in the old house smoking like twice. One of the times wasn't even my fault, but they didn't give a
Thank you,
fuck. It was
Rika.
crazy because my uncle smoked in the house all the time, but it was his rules, so I didn't argue.
Hey,
The reason
Anthony.
my auntie put me out is because she claimed my uncle went in my room and he found ashes in the crack of my window. So that mean I had to go. Mind y'all, this house was brand fucking new. I never smoked in my room once, but I did light an incense, and it was ashes from the incense on my windowsill. But she told me that he wasn't talking about those ashes. He saw those. He know what smoking ashes look like. I really feel like they was just looking for any reason to put me out because my auntie Teresa was pregnant and they didn't want nobody to know. I was really supposed to be gone from my auntie house at that point in time because me and my cousin had got into it real bad about some childish shit, and she was trying to play with my mental. And I made a post, and everybody let me know, bitch, you not tripping. They doing weird grimy shit to
I
you.
got
So
blocked
it's not
too.
that I don't. It's not that I don't fuck with my auntie, but I don't fuck with my auntie like that for real. Cause girl, you just as weird as everybody else. When I first started this TikTok shit, my auntie downplayed this shit so bad. I'm steady telling her about my achievements and the milestones I'm reaching. Oh, I got 10,000 followers. Cause watching this shit grow actively in time was surreal for me. She making snarky little slick comments about my following and all of this shit, man. Shit,
Thank
little
you,
weird shit.
Rika.
When I first got put out at 15, my mama sent me to live with my best friend. My mom's mom. Bro, I never came across no fucking deadbeat grandma ever in my life until I came across.
Yes, I haven't sent Eris. This is new. This is 3 days ago. The video we're watching right now is 3 days ago. So yes, very much so new. Now what I don't know is what happened that they fell out again. I don't know. If anybody knows that, please put it in the chat. What happened that they fell out again? I don't know that. But I do know that something happened. It appears that they fell out. So, yes, all of this is coming back out. And I believe he's sharing even more now than he shared in the beginning. So we're going through this, but there's quite a few more videos. So, yes, this is new. All right, let me go back and bring it back. All right. And okay, cool.
Across my grandma. That's why when I say grandma, I'm referencing my great grandma because she's the only grandma figure. How the fuck, my grandma, for the longest time, my grandma probably couldn't even tell you what the fuck I look like. You ever heard of a woman being on child support? You probably have, but my grandma was.
See, crew, they had, but something had to happen. That's the missing part that I don't know. If anybody knows, please put it in the chat. Something had to happen recently that we're here again.
My mom's mom was on child support. My life is just an endless cycle of fucked up people fucking up people. And it ends with me. It stops motherfucking here. I don't think I even heard my grandma speak more than a couple sentences. I don't even know if my grandma held me as a baby. I don't even got no pictures with my grandma. That alone show you how fucked up my family dynamic is. Can't nobody tell me my mama did a good ass job after her mama fucked her up as bad as she did. It was no way my mama was gonna be able to. She didn't go to therapy. She didn't do none of the inner works. She just told herself what she was and wasn't gonna do. And that shit ain't work. My mama didn't expect their parenting to be one way. But I'm pretty sure my mama told herself I would never do my child how my mama did me. But we don't get what the fuck we want when we're bringing another life into the world. Your child is going to think for themselves. Your child is going to have their own identity. Your child is going to like their own foods, music, whatever. And you're not going to have any control. I got one memory of my grandma, and that was when she came to my great-grandmother's house drunk as hell, promising to take me, my cousin, and my little auntie to fucking Disney World. That shit
Hey,
ain't
girl,
never happened.
Jones.
It never fucking happened. She was an alcoholic with a gambling addiction. But I I don't know. I guess she been trying to change. I'm not sure. My mom's mom. So to all the people talk about some, oh, tell what you did. You're obviously not listening because I've been telling what I've done. I've been telling what I've done, and nothing warranted the reaction that was given. I was not this just horrible child. There are plenty of lives where my mama is praising me. On the same platform, she was tearing me down. My mom is a walking contradiction. It's like I don't understand
I
what you guys
believe
aren't
it.
getting. I don't understand what you guys aren't getting. Because like if I'm telling you, she had us isolated. She was controlling the narrative and blowing her reactions out of proportion to make me seem like a bad child. And you think I was a bad child, then obviously it worked. Because there have been plenty of lives where she, oh, my son helps me out. My son, my biggest help. Da 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 da. It's plenty of lives where she admits to me being her biggest help, her biggest contributor. There's even lives of her referencing her own children as help, as a for jokes and laughs and giggles. And I feel like anybody trying to tell me about my life through a phone screen is slow. I was trying to go through all these loopholes to try to find clips to show y'all what I'm talking about. But I had to realize if people truly cared what I was talking about, they would search like I told them to. It's all on YouTube. It's all on Facebook. It's all on the internet. I was facing all of this and still managing to get on TikTok every single day and literally just drown it out. Just posting my content. I know people been waiting on me to tell my story. And I'm doing it. I don't give a fuck. I'm doing it. I'm profiting off my motherfucking pain. And I don't think I'm wrong. I don't think I'm wrong. Bitches do artists, people do it in different. People do it in different ways. Artists release songs. Some bitches release paintings. Some bitches do write poems. I'm sharing it with the world and building a support system and changing my life with every single dime I make off of this shit. Every dime I make off of my content is going to be for changing my life. Like, that's why I'm posting because my story could change my life. I don't know who watching and I don't know what opportunities could come my way.
Oh, okay. So, misunderstood. Says she said, hold on, let me see. Hold on, let me see. She said she got some payback from Facebook, and he feels like she owes him from him participating in some of the content funds she received. Okay, so misunderstood. Are you saying that's the reason why they recently fell out? That this situation is over social media money? Is that what you're saying, misunderstood? Tree said that he's revisiting the past because he's broke and he needs some money, and that she heard that he's evicted again. She brought that for his graduation. Now, y'all talk about the car because she got that car, but she didn't end up giving it to him, if y'all don't remember. She got a Toyota, a Corolla, if I'm not mistaken. She did not give him that car, if y'all talking about the car. She did not give that car to him. At least at that time when he graduated. No, she did not. Let me see. There you go. He's doing it for money, y'all saying. She has been broken down his line on her. I remember all this shit. Okay, cooking with Stacey Boogie. Hopefully you're available at the. I don't even know if we're gonna finish all of this. Let me see where we are as far as the videos. Child, it's so many more videos. I don't think we're gonna finish the videos. Okay. I don't think we're going to finish all the videos, so there's likely going to be a part 2 because there's so many videos. But let me see what y'all are saying. Misunderstood, right? She showed a big lump sum check and he wanted some of it. Okay, okay, y'all telling me something. Y'all said that's part of it. Okay. This is old news. Well, Elizabeth Rose, these videos are from 3 days ago. The videos are from 3 days ago, my love. Okay, 3 days. Payback from the IRS. Oh, the payback was from the IRS and not Facebook. Now, I do remember her showing she was going to get over $100,000. I'm not exactly sure how much it was, but it's over $100,000 back from the IRS. I do remember somebody sending me a picture of that. I guess the IRS message or whatever. They both doing this again for views and money. We heard all of this before. I believe they are both exaggerated situation for views. Okay. Darnell, was it that picture of the check I sent you? Davina, was that you that sent me that? Somebody did send me a picture of her getting money back from the IRS. I do remember somebody sent me that. So, Davina, if you were the one, yes, I do remember that. He was helping her at the warehouse not long ago, and he got a car. Also, he got a car just recently, not the graduation car. He mad because his mom is doing good and he need money. That part of it. Okay, never got a car. Went to high school. Okay, so y'all, let me catch up in the comments then because yes, he's talking about it again because she won't give him money. Indeed, the money goes down, and they both of them in the Philippines say he knows where to bring the money. Okay, that check to you. Okay, Davida. She gave him $5,000 towards another car about a year ago. Oh wow, money from IRS. Okay, he told 3 years old. Now he's telling it again. Darnell knows that. Hey, Catherine. IRS over 200K. Okay. She pays the folks to get it. No, there you go. Money. And y'all, I do believe more than one thing can exist at a time. I heard her say she got money back from Facebook as well. Okay. The videos just made when most of the other stuff had it. Okay. Right. He might be doing it for money, but still, I believe it's true. And see, that's the thing, Dee. I do believe more than one thing can be true at a time. I don't know. Clearly, he does need some money. So that's clearly true. Now, does that erase what he's saying is true? I don't think that erases what he's saying is true. As I've observed her, I can totally see her being the aggressor that he said that she is. She's even said she was held towards her kids. So I believe more than one thing can be true at a time. But listen, you are all entitled to your own opinion. We can be respectful of one another, and everybody can have a different opinion. So that is totally fine. We're going to get through a couple more videos. Again, there's so many. We'll do a part 2 tomorrow. But let's get through a couple more videos, and then I will open the StreamYard up if any of you all want to come on and say anything about what we're talking about.
Obviously not listening because I've been telling what I've done. I've been telling what I've done, and nothing warranted the reaction that was given. I was not this just horrible child. There are plenty of lives where my mama is praising me. On the same platform, she was tearing me down. My mom is a walking contradiction. It's like, I don't understand what you guys aren't getting. I don't understand what you guys aren't getting. Because, like, if I'm telling you, she had us isolated. She was controlling the narrative and blowing her reactions out of proportion to make me seem like a bad child. And you think I was a bad child, then obviously it worked. Because there have been plenty of lives where she, oh, my son helps me out. My son, my biggest help. Da 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 da. It's plenty of lives where she admits to me being her biggest help, her biggest contributor. There's even lives of her referencing her own children as help, as a joke for jokes and laughs and giggles. And I feel like anybody trying to tell me about my life through a phone screen is slow. I was trying to go through all these loopholes to try to find clips to show y'all what I'm talking about. But I had to realize if people truly cared what I was talking about, they would search like I told them to. It's all on YouTube. It's all on Facebook. It's all on the internet. I was facing all of this and still managing to get on TikTok every single day and literally just drown it out. Just posting my content. I know people been waiting on me to tell my story. And I'm doing it. I don't give a fuck. I'm doing it. I'm profiting off my motherfucking pain. And I don't think I'm wrong. Bitches people do it in different ways. Artists release songs. Some bitches release paintings. Some bitches do write poems. I'm sharing it with the world and building a support system and changing my life with every single dime I make off of this shit. Every dime I make off of my content is going to be for changing my life. Like, that's why I'm posting, because my story could change my life. I don't know who watching, and I don't know what opportunities could come my way. It's a multitude of things I want to do. I want to get into making music. I want to get into modeling. I want to pursue social media further, really see how I can market myself and gain a following as a whole. The end goal was never to sit in my hurt, ever. The end goal was always to elevate. Always. I already done faced turmoil for telling my truth. My story never changed. You can go back to my lives on Facebook. My Facebook is Killer Kens. You can scroll down. My story never changed. I never changed my story one time. And people who were watching from the beginning, they know. Like, people who were there when this shit first popped off, they know. Like, that boy is not lying on that lady. So to all, and now that I'm explaining all of this trauma, do y'all understand why it got tiring being the funny friend? Why showing up just to tell jokes was not enough? I feel so fulfilled using my story as content. Bitch, I should have did this shit a long time ago. I probably would have inspired way more sooner. I went to 16 different schools. If that alone don't show you what an unstable house
16 schools is crazy.
look like for a child, then I don't know what to tell you. Imagine what doing all of that. Imagine what not having a stable home alone did to my mind on its own. I was always the new kid, always. So naturally, I learned how to adjust. That's one thing about me, bitch. I'm naturally a winner. I know how to adjust to any environment. And obviously, that translated into my content.
Damn,
I became the relatable, niche content creator. And where the fuck was the fun in that? Bitch, I want community. I want community. I want us to be able to come together, have motherfucking meet and greet, throw parties together, come together, clean up the motherfucking beach, make a change around this bitch. What's the point of having likes and views with no impact? No influence. No, that's not the goal. I built my platform up enough for people to see who the fuck I am, raw and unfiltered, all the parts of me that I was hiding, all the parts of me that's not the funny friend. I'm layered as fuck. I'm multifaceted. And a lot of people didn't even know that I was going through this alone in my personal life. So it's like, how could they even look deeper into who I am for real, besides the funny friend? I could have been changing my situation and circumstance by simply sharing my story. I just wasn't ready to. Now motherfuckers get to see who I am, flaws and all. Because I was never trying to convince nobody that I was perfect or innocent or just wholly good. I'm not no nice person. Bitch, I'm a good person. I know when to do right. Life broke my heart, not my mind. I was never going to be too far off track. And I was never trying to convince no niggas to believe me. If you don't believe, well, bye. That's all I got. Why would I try to convince anybody that's hell-bent on not believing me? Bitch, you was never going to believe. So, fuck you. I'm not getting on the internet begging hardworking people for their money as a grown-ass adult, which is the bare minimum. I ain't even asking for no applause for that. I'm out here talking about the shit that I've been through. I'm talking about the shit that I've been through to better my situation. I'm the motherfucker jumping house to house. It's like, if you can get paid from talking, why shut up? Why shut up? Why would I sit here broke? Why sit here broke when I got some shit to talk about? I got some shit that's on my mind. I got some shit that's on my chest. I never moved off fear. I'm the type to do some shit that make me scared. People don't know the half, man. And I still got stories. You niggas don't know the half. But stay tuned. And now that I'm explaining all of this trauma, y'all asking who my mama is when y'all probably only know us from her most popular video. One of her most popular videos.
This all you do is be on Snapchat, Courtney. Yeah, I'm gonna call you though. I'm not gonna take a bath. I'm about to call you right back. And I got shit. I'm gonna call you.
Been using us for content as a way to make money, as a way out for the longest. For the motherfucking longest. But this gonna be the story time about how my mama pulled a motherfucking gun on me and pointed that bitch in my head. I'm not denying it at this point. I was a sneaky little motherfucker. When you strict as fuck and you don't allow your child to be comfortable with you, of course they gonna hide shit from you. My mama could never say she knew me. She only knew the version of me that I showed her. And another disclaimer, my mom let me know on multiple occasions she had no issue taking my life. And bitch, if you ever hit me, and I'ma shoot you. And she just always fantasized about situations where she could take my life. Something fucking wrong with her. It was like my mom found excitement in punishing me. Like, yes, this bitch finally did something bad. I got an excuse to be evil. But this particular time, a bitch wasn't being evil. When I say I was being sneaky, I kept little shit from my mama. I wasn't trying to fucking rob banks and go sell drugs and hop out the windows to go fuck or none of that. And even if I was, she created the motherfucking monster. That's the monster she created. It was like my mama hated it when I became friends with boys. She didn't give a fuck if they was gay, straight, but especially when they were straight, she would always like accuse me of trying to sneak and do stuff with them and just all types of fucked up ass shit. We had visited my hometown. We was driving back to Georgia. While we were in my hometown, I was at my cousin Mary's house and we was over there smoking. While we was over there, I was texting a friend of mine trying to tell him to try to come and smoke with us, but he wasn't gonna be able to make it. My mama was controlling, so she always took my phone at random moments because she always felt like she was gonna catch me doing something. So as we're about like 20 minutes from the house, driving from Florida back to Georgia, I'm scrolling on my phone on the passenger side. I had deleted our earlier text thread about us smoking, just in case my mom took my phone and read our messages and saw. This motherfucker, we was texting and we was texting again. But it was like was picking up from where the fuck we left off. So it looked like I was deleting messages, which I was, but not in the way that she thinks. Mind y'all, when my mama makes some shit up in her mind, that's what it is. So my mama assumed that because the messages was gone, that we was talking about fucking, and she was talking about, yeah, you was trying to fuck and you was trying to suck dick, and she was like going in. She mushing me in my face. She not listening as I'm trying to explain. She hitting me in the face with my phone. Bitch, I snapped. I just snapped. I start screaming and I just start punching the motherfucking airbag. She pulled her gun out her purse and she pointed at my head and said, bitch, I'll kill you. And I said, you going to jail. Do it, you going to jail. Do it, you going to jail. I was ready to die that night. She never did it no more. I don't think she ever reached for her gun no more after that. Because she knew she wasn't going to do it. Baby, you got other kids to live for. And if you want to see them grow up, you're going to move smart. I started to see through all her tactics at this point. It was all the bullying, all the slick comments. Nothing was working on me no more. You could do whatever you wanted to do. I was on that with you. Bitch, my mama treated me like a bitch in the streets. My mama treated me like a bitch in the streets. She'll raise her hand up to me before she'll raise her hand up to a bitch in the streets, bro. My auntie Shannon looked my mama in her eyes and said, I would have beat your ass. And my mama stood right there and cried. But my mama full-fledged fought me. Y'all asking who? I'm telling my story because it didn't end with me. I got 3 younger siblings that's being exploited right now. And it took for me to get the fuck away for me to realize that's what the fuck it was. It was exploitation. We didn't see a dime of the money from the content that we was making. All the intimate moments meant for family, the private moments that's meant for self, it's all broadcasted and uploaded on live, on Facebook Live. I will never forget my 15th birthday. She cussed me the fuck out because I told her I didn't want an ice cream cake that year. It started with the cake. I told my mama, I don't want an ice cream cake this year. My mama got ice cream cake every year because she liked ice cream cake and she assumed that her kids like ice cream cake. So when I tell her I didn't want an ice cream cake, she get the, well, when you thought like an ice cream cake, you always got, and da-da-da-da-da. Never liked ice cream cake. Always hated it. So basically she told me I need to order my own cake or whatever. Okay. I'm like, okay. It slipped my mind. She on live. She decided she want to say something about the cake. Well, you need to order your cake since you don't want no ice cream cake, da-da-da-da-da. And she get to going off on the live and you using that phone for other shit, trying to embarrass me because I took the time to order my cake. Okay, cool. That was nothing. I figure out where I want to eat at, figure out who I'm inviting, and I invite them. And we go get them, and it is what it is. My mama was so worried about what people had to say, she refused to let me dress myself. She bought me this baggy-ass outfit. She knew this outfit wasn't my size. She was trying to be funny, bro. That shit was so big. She was trying so hard to mold me into her image. And when I went against it, it was like she hated me for it. But while we at my birthday dinner, it's me, my little auntie, my big auntie, and...
Oh, Remy, you said a word there. Wait till no other kids get grown and they gonna tell some of their stories too. Oh, baby, I believe that, Remy. Oh, yes. She's bipolar. I believe some, but not all. This is not his first time speaking about this stuff, okay?
And 2 of my closest friends at the time. My cousin, she was acting up. So my mama and my auntie was discussing my cousin coming to my mama's house for the summer. I had asked my mama like a couple months prior if my best friend could come up for the summer. She said she'll see. So as they talking about my cousin, the bad behavior or whatever, and her coming to Atlanta, I asked my mama like, "Oh, okay, like is my best friend still gonna be able to come?" I already told you he can't motherfucking come to my house till you learn how to clean up. Mind you, in the middle of the restaurant. She get to yelling, cussing me out, all types of bitches, huffing and puffing. Because I asked, could my best friend come up for the summer? Mind you, this is on live. Her excuse was, I'm tired of that bitch. That's what she told my auntie. I'm tired of that bitch. The more I go over everything for you, I'm starting to realize I suppressed a lot. And I don't have love for my mama. My eyes have opened. I can't continue giving sympathy where sympathy was not given to me. I cannot continue giving grace. But I can't allow myself to get worked up either, because that's how I block my own blessings. I didn't even get to light the candles on my cake and blow and make a wish on my birthday because she made it about her in some way, shape, or form. I ain't with the ice cream cake. She found a way to act out on the day that was about me. She did that a couple of times. I remember one of my birthdays, she ran outside naked. She ran outside butt ass naked in front of everybody. If you went on my mama's page, you would have thought she had 3 kids. You wouldn't have thought I was my mama's first child. Do you know my mama set up savings accounts for my siblings, but not for me? So when they turn 18, they get their money, right? I don't want to hear no excuses either, because my auntie Teresa added me as an authorized user to her credit card and helped me build my credit. So I know it was nothing for you to make a savings account and set your oldest child up just as you set your youngest ones up too. My mama is a fucking liar and a walking contradiction. She do not treat all her kids the same. She do not love all her kids the same. She's lying. I'm telling my story because it didn't end with me. I got 3 younger siblings that's being exploited right now. And it took for me to get the fuck away for me to realize that's what the fuck it was. People want me to go more into detail as to why I don't fuck with my daddy's side for real. I don't really feel like my daddy's side aided to no traumas. I just feel like they was always weird and iffy when it came to me, because my mother wasn't the type of girl that they wanted from my dad. My dad's side was supposed to be full of conservative, God-fearing Christians. And my mama was ghetto and raunchy. So no. But that wasn't the girl that they saw for my dad. I don't feel like they did everything in their power to make me feel included as family. This is just my experience, not necessarily to personally attack anybody, but I feel like more could have been done. Especially with us living the first 9 years of my life in my hometown, a lot more could have been done to make sure that I was there for, a lot of holidays and making a lot of first memories with y'all. I lived with my auntie Shanika for a bit, and that was like my first taste of structure. Auntie still whooped my ass, but she didn't just beat the fuck out of me, okay? She tried to talk to me. My auntie was stern. She disciplined me. Like one time I was acting up in class, she popped me on the hand with a ruler. That's reasonable. That was a reasonable punishment. I want people to understand that how you are treated as a child sticks. My dad's side never really did nothing to make me feel like they hated me, but I don't feel like they never really did anything to show me that they love me to death either. I don't feel like family should be lukewarm with anything, with love, support, acceptance. I don't feel like it should be half-assed. I don't feel like it should be, oh, well, I don't know. And I need you to show up in every way possible. It's too late now. So it's like when they try now, it's like I see your efforts and I appreciate you so much, but that you beating a dead horse. On my mom's side, I had a lot of girl cousins. On my dad's side, I had a lot of boy cousins. So I had feminine ways. Before even a nigga even knew what gay was, I was getting picked on for doing shit that girls do. Being called a snitch, getting antagonized and picked on.
I remember that, Yolanda. Yolanda says, I believe everything he hold on. Yolanda says, I believe everything he has said. She's a narcissist. I stopped following her when she failed the lie detector test. And when he said she stuck his finger up his behind. Now, I do remember that, Yolanda. Now, if any of you all you were not there. Now, Latrese used to make this big thing about a lie detector test was the end all and be all. because something happened prior. I can't remember. Something happened prior where she took a lie detector test and she passed it. And it was this whole thing, oh, take a lie detector test. Well, when this thing came up about Courtney and the finger in the ass, she took a lie detector test and she failed the lie detector test. So then all of a sudden, the lie detector test was not um, uh, credible. You know, you can't depend on it or whatever because you failed. But you said you was going to take that lie detector test to prove that you were not lying. So Yolanda, I do remember that she did fail the lie detector test, and before she failed it, a lie detector test was the end all be all. That's how you know the truth was going to be told. I do remember that. Okay. So some of this stuff goes way back if you all weren't following for quite some time. So I'm just trying to bring you up to speed as much as I can.
It was like, I remember that shit. I don't mean to hold it against you as you know, as we, because we adults now, but I remember that shit, your little weird ass. Why was you being weird? That shit traumatized me. Now I try my hardest to be the nice older cousin that all the kids love. Because my older cousins, they was kind of assholes. I'm not gonna lie to y'all. It was like, what will make you single me out and treat me like this? Because you were like, I should be here or something. Like, what is it? This is what I mean, but my family would do like little weird shit. I was living with my auntie Shanika for a time being right, and I think I had gotten in trouble at school. Why the whole family got together to celebrate my cousin's birthday and left me at home by myself? The bullying was so bad at home that when this little girl started bullying me at school, I took a knife to school and I was gonna hurt that girl. If a teacher never went through my backpack and asked me why did I have a knife in there, I would have did something to that little girl because of what I was facing at home. I think that time CPS ended up getting my auntie business, but they ended up moving on. So I had started crying, basically explaining like, oh, I don't want to get in trouble. Like I don't want to get in trouble. And CPS was about to get in my auntie Shanika business again, and she basically ended up sending me back with my mama. And after that, for damn near I don't know how long, I didn't hear shit from my dad's side of the family. I ain't hear from or about my dad's side of the family until we got taken from CPS again. My grandma looked my mama in her eyes and told my mama that she hated my mama for having me and naming me after my daddy. And it's just, my mama will always tell me about them and that I would see for myself and see on my own. Sometimes it just be like little shit that you can't skip past because little shit build up over time and cause abruptions. Now, my dad himself, we actually have our relationship. We're working on relationship actively. But my dad's side of the family, not so much. I'm only giving my dad a chance because he been gone my whole life. He's only been free from prison for, I don't even think, a full year yet. Nah, actually, it has been a full year by now. People want me to go more into detail, but let's talk about the real, because I got high and I'm just like, I get extra intellectual. Why I feel like if I was straight, I would have been a victim of emotional incest. Like, I think that's why my mama was fixated on the idealization of me being like the man of the
Hey, Levy
house and
Q.
her being so like kind of ashamed of me and my sexuality. Like, she would try to install fear in me and give fear based punishments instead of just trying to like guide or discipline. And if you listen to my story, you will slowly see this is how some mothers who hold resentment towards their daughters treat their oldest daughter. Because mama felt like being cold and giving like tough love was gonna make me a man. But it's more to being a man. Men can be sensitive, men can be emotional, men can be whatever they want to be. But sometimes little black boys aren't given that luxury at all. I feel like if I was a straight male who didn't want to conform to the idealizations of what his mother deemed a man, the need to embarrass, belittle, and destroy my character probably would have been just as bad as it's been. My mom and dad were.
And Betty, like I said, I do believe more than one thing can be true at a time. He does say that he hasn't been perfect in all of this stuff. So, he wasn't, it doesn't seem like he was the best child. Although, children are bad sometimes. Sometimes they are bad kids. But as the adult, the things that he said that she did, which I do believe, because he's telling what he did. He's telling he was not the best of child or a bad child or whatever. But I also believe what he's saying she did. And she was the adult at the time and he was the child.
Yeah, were like childhood crushes. They were like, I guess, childhood sweethearts in some way. With the trauma that my mama went through as a child, it's safe to say that any good relationships that she had with anybody,
Hey,
or
Brenda.
at least remember, it probably like really stuck with her. So to rekindle that with the same person years later, she probably felt like, oh yeah, like this is destiny. Then the condom ended up popping or breaking, and she ended up getting pregnant. When I was first born, my dad didn't think I was his because of my skin tone, because my dad is really dark, and I guess I came out a little bright. But they ended up doing a DNA test, and everything came back, and yeah, that's my dad. I think I was either 3 to 6 months when my dad went to prison. I think my dad had only held me and seen me like a couple times because my dad had 3 older kids of his own with another woman. Mind you, my mama had already named me after my daddy without having a relationship with him. My daddy was already telling her the whole pregnancy, like he don't think it's his, and they got to get DNA tests. They wasn't together like some happy married couple her whole 9 months throughout the pregnancy. My mama was selling drugs, chasing after cars barefoot, like doing whatever. We end up only getting an apartment when my mama had me. We didn't have no furniture. We were sleeping on the floor. I think my mama got a baby picture of that somewhere. But I feel like my mom, in her mind, felt like she had to like honor my father in some way. I don't know what made her go with naming me after
Yes, love. He's on TikTok. His name is I am Killa, Killa, Kenz, Kenz.
my dad while not being with him, but that's the name that she.
Now, I'm not going to get into a lot of that, but B. Smith, I do believe, yes. You know, he was bad as a child, but I'm sure that part of that had to do with how he was being treated as a child. If you listen to his story and how he was being treated, I'm sure some of his being bad had something to do with how he was treated, how he would say he went to 16 schools, how he didn't have no stability, how his mother treated him because she thought he was gay. Even though he didn't tell some of that now, I know some of the story he has told about how she treated him. And not only that, she has said out of her own mouth how she treated him because he was gay. So I'm sure that some of his actions as a kid had something to do with how he was being brought up and treated. I haven't watched this lady in a while, but just back, say around this time, you can look at this lady at that time and see she was aggressive towards her children. You can clearly see that around that time. Has anything changed now? I don't know because I haven't been watching. This just happened to pop up, or somebody sent me this. But again, me personally, I do believe him, and I do believe that she was not the best mother, and she's even spoken to that herself.
The name that she went with. My dad was like known in the streets. My dad was known in the streets. So, and my mama was known in the streets. So I feel like my mama wanted a hard-bodied youngin who was just gonna be on that, and she got a fairy. Don't get me wrong. I'm definitely tougher than most, I guess, typical twinks. But black people don't care what you is. All that shit is gay shit to them. They don't give a fuck. I had first came out as bisexual. They didn't give a fuck. Because I had feminine ways as a child. Oh, that boy gonna be a sissy. That boy gonna be a sissy. And my mama will admit that people saying stuff is what caused her. Man, a bitch wouldn't been able to tell me nothing about my motherfucking child. She'll admit it was embarrassing and sometimes she had to get on my ass, as she would put it. But I was a little ass child. I'm like 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And they, oh, this boy gonna be a sissy. He cried too much. Da 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 da. You need to get on him. He act like a girl. Blah 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 blah. I feel like part of her was shame. I don't give a fuck nobody will ever be able to convince me otherwise. I feel like part of her was shame. That's why she's so comfortable saying fuck me. That's why it's so easy for her to say fuck me. I ain't really give a fuck about you anyways. That's what I be getting from like the reaction my mom be giving me to everything that I do. But sometimes I sit back and I truly think like, damn, even if I was a straight male, my mama still batshit fucking crazy. And I probably wouldn't have been on none of the bullshit that she was on. I done overanalyzed everything. I done trying to come up with every solution. Like, people don't understand what this shit do to a motherfucking mind. But let's talk about the. I remember how I was telling y'all about the second time my mama put me out. She went live and she ran up on me trying to fight me. I'm gonna put the clip right here.
He gotta, but no, and then put his hand up when I'm trying.
Now, again, for whoever said something, I can't remember who it was. This is the mother. Before this fight happened in this warehouse, she could have cut the live off before she got up out that chair and barged after him. She could have did so many things, but she kept that lava rolling. Okay? As the mother, she did that.
I'm trying to talk, putting his hand up like
the clip right here.
He gotta, but no, and then put his hand up when I'm trying to talk, putting his hand up like he blind. I don't give a damn. I'll slide you. Don't hit me. You get sick with me. What's good, bitch? You wanna fight? What's good? Get that bitch out of here, please. Get that bitch out of here. Slide. I don't give a fuck. You all right if I want to slide you. Get him up out of here. You need a man to whoop your ass. Bye. Do something about it. And you coming off my life insurance, bitch. And you coming off.
I mean, coming off the life insurance. I mean, come on now. Coming off the life insurance. It's just a certain level of a real mother that just does not come off on live stream. Okay, now here I am going to say this. I'm not saying that a mother doesn't get frustrated and there's all of these conversations or she says something she wish she didn't say, whatever. What I'm saying particularly is if you willingly do this stuff damaging on live stream. She called him a bitch. She said, I'm going to take you off my life insurance. All of this stuff, they had a fight. All of this stuff on live stream. It's just something dishonorable about that already. Just not even getting into the past. It's already dishonorable to me because I know many of you mothers, even if you had this type of discord with your child, you would not put it on the live. You would not put it on the live.
All my stuff. I'm going to show you. You ain't getting bitch. You ain't getting nothing. You out here. Bye-bye.
You can hear him say in the background, he wants to unalive himself. Or at some point he did. You can hear that in the background.
Bye-bye. Get out of here. Get him out of here, PJ. Get him up out of here. You got to carry his ass up out of here. You told me, I hope you got AIDS. You going to make me hate you. Bitch, you.
So my mama could post whatever. My mama could say whatever. Just how I told y'all, everything is on the internet. Everything is on the internet. She could try to lie. She could try to do whatever. Everything is on the internet. All of it's on the internet. I don't got to lie. I can't lie. Somebody will be able to pull up where I'm lying. It's people literally saying, I remember this. I know exactly what he's talking about.
I remember as well.
Stop playing with me. I remember how I was telling y'all about the second time my mama put me out. She went live and she ran up on me. This is going to be the story time of how my own mom sexually assaulted me. Disclaimer.
Lord
I could
Jesus.
talk about all of this with a straight face and have none of it really get me emotional because I'm all of this trauma has turned me into an overanalyzer. I try to come up with a logical based solution for everything that happened to me. Everything that's ever happened to me, I tried to think of a logic based solution as to why I deserved it or tried to
make it acceptable in some way. Like I've already went through this shit on my own. I done went through this shit on my own. I'm so scared to go to therapy because I feel like they ain't gonna be able to help. I'm still gonna go, but I feel like I'm gonna need a team of motherfucking therapists because I'm very self aware. I'm able to analyze a lot. The reason I'm such an intellectual, my hurt made me an intellectual. I only got academic praise. When I got all A's and B's and good grades, that's the only time I got good praise. I was able to get good grades to go to 16 different schools and not manage to never fail any grade because I always got praise for my grades, but I always had bad behavior. I was missing some type of nurturing, some type of caring. This happened when I was 11 years old, living in Austell, Georgia on Six Flags. The apartments we were staying at the time was Magnolia Apartments. This where a lot of the bullshit. My mother had somebody staying with her. Mama always had people in at her house living with us and giving them my room and shit like that. But this one specific lady she had living with her had a daughter, and me and the daughter were around the same age. Daughter and I were both on the computer, right? Early 2010s, which is like predominantly where I grew up. Like a lot of new stuff was being introduced. So parodies, new artists, like this is when I was able to like discover stuff on my own and get access to the internet. I really liked I think it was Fancy by fucking Iggy Azalea, right? So I was playing it on the YouTube video and I was like singing along to it. And my mom asked me, she's like, "Oh, who playing that? Who's playing that?" My mama hated when I did anything remotely feminine, anything she deemed gay, girly, anything. She hated it. I always got in trouble for it. I always got berated for it, embarrassed, joked, all. So I lied to her and I said that the girl was playing the song. So she told the little girl to come here. She asked the little girl, and the little girl was like, "No, he was playing the song." After that, mama starts beating the fuck out of
Hey,
me.
Tracy.
And as she's beating me, she shoves her finger inside of me, screaming, "Oh, this what you want? You want D in your A?"
Let me go
And call
back.
me a B word. I was playing the song. So she told the little girl to come here. She asked the little girl, and the little girl was like, "No, he was playing the song." After that, mama starts beating the fuck out of me. And as she's beating me, she shoves her finger inside of me, screaming, "Oh, this what you want? You want D in your A?" And call me a B word. She was about to grab the broom and I tried to stick the broom inside of me, but her boyfriend at the time grabbed her and told her to stop. I remember her having to wash the fecal matter off her finger and everything. I first came out about this. My mama had her followers come attack me, had everybody calling me a liar. She went and got a lie detector test and she failed her lie detector test. And she had an
Mm.
excuse as to why she failed her lie detector test. I went and paid $450 at 17 years old, drove damn near 45 minutes to go take a lie detector test, and I passed. I passed. I still got the
That
email and
is
the
true,
screenshot and
y'all.
put that shit right here. Hold on. You get in trouble for showing y'all this, but I crossed out the place that I got my polygraph done. My uncle signed this contract as a witness, and his girlfriend did. To read all these questions and see that I answered no. Are you lying about your mother ever forcibly penetrating your anus with her finger? I say no. The numerical analysis of polygraph tests was conducted using a 7-position scoring scale. The analyst resulted in conclusion of no deception indicated when Mr. Dasher was answering above listed questions. My story has never changed. I've been seeing
His
this
story has
over
never
and over
changed.
and over and over again. She been trying to convince people I'm a liar. Oh my God.
Yeah, we're gonna I am going to open the StreamYard up for anybody who wants to come on. And then we're gonna have to do a part 2 because there's so many videos. Now it's so crazy that we stopped right here because I told y'all I remember when this first happened and how she said, "Oh, I gotta ask Tay because I don't remember this." I remember this specifically. Can't nobody tell me nothing about it. She deleted that live, if I'm not mistaken. Oh, I don't remember that. I gotta go ask Tay, and that's the boyfriend he was referring to in the video. Do I think that she was that crazy in the mind and psychotic and angry as a person to do what he said she did? Yes, I do believe that. Has his story been consistent? Yes, yes, it has. Now, remember when I said she was all she took a lie detector test, and if somebody remembers, you can tell me. And she was all, the lie detector test is everything. It's going to tell the truth, whatever. But when it came to this, she took the lie detector test and she failed. Only then did she started speaking negatively about a lie detector test. Courtney took his lie detector test about the same subject. The subject was, did she stick his finger up his He passed his lie detector test. She failed hers. Okay? I remember this. Now, I'm going to put the StreamYard up if anybody wants to come on, and we'll give a few minutes to see if anybody does. And we're going to have to do part 2. Because when I tell y'all, he goes on, and we're definitely going to be back tomorrow with part 2, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. There's probably about 10 or 15 more videos that he's continuing to tell his story and what happened to him. And I mean, I believe him. I believe him over her. I just do. So, the StreamYard is up. If anybody wants to come on, you can. If anybody wants me to open up the call-in, just let me know. Put it in the chat. I can open up the call-in number as well. I heard something. Thank you for supporting the channel. Let me see. Thelma. Thank you, Miss Thelma. I appreciate you, my love. She said, hey, sweetie. Thank you so much, Miss Thelma, for always supporting the channel. Paris says she didn't. Didn't she say when they was constipated? Yes, she did. I mean, Davita, I'm sorry. Davita said, did she say was constipated? Paris says, I don't believe them. They both the same. He's just like his mother. Okay. Let's see. Yes, we have a Cash App goal and a Super Chat goal. If you can help support the channel, please do. The Cash App is on the screen. The Super Chat is still up as well. And we are 8 Super Chats away from our goal. 8 Super Chats away. So sad, right, Jay Jackson? So we ended it on that when he tells again his story of her SA-ing him and sticking her finger up his behind. And I believe him. I remember this would stop following her. And that's when I stopped following too, Crystal Kennedy. I don't care what you're on social media, abuse is not accepted. Exactly. That's exactly when I stopped following her too. Help your child. Teresa says helping your child because they're constipated is one thing. He said she did it in a malicious way. Stop making excuses for her. I believe him. I believe him too, Teresa. Greg says, I always thought she hated her son from day one. She kept saying he doing this for clout. She doing it for views right now. I believe everything he said. Her other children are afraid of her. Right, Greg? And as some of the people said, when those children get older, we're going to hear some more shit. Just wait. She's so rough around the edges. Exactly, Tabby. Rough around the edges. And she said she was even worse back then. And that's why I can believe that this happened. She's already rough. She's already damn near unhinged as far as when I used to watch her. I haven't watched her probably in over a year. But back then, she was already rough and unhinged. So I can only imagine 10, 20 years ago how she was. People tend to try to get better. Well, sometimes. So I can only imagine how rough she was then. This is diabolical. I believe everything he said. I do as well. We're 18 Super Chats away from my goal. Love said, I would never stick my fingers in my kid's butt. They were constipated. There's medicine. And that's exactly another thing, Love, a lot of mothers were saying. Well, my children were constipated and I got this or I got this. And they would name the things that they did. And not now time that a lot of mothers say they stuck their fingers up their child's behind. And she said she did that to all of her kids. Now, I remember that specifically. That's why they don't get along. They're just alike. Give him some mineral oil. Prune juice. I do remember the mineral oil. I do remember the mineral oil, baby. I stopped following her too. I believe everything he said. Like Remy will have a story to tell. She definitely will. I believe him. He has never wavered from his recollection of what happened. She sure has not. They make excuses for her. Hold on. They make excuses for her. She's a mommy's dearest in real life. Exactly. Let me see. I watched the late night when Teresa told her story, telling how she did it out her own mouth. How she did it out her own mouth. Let me see. Exactly. They all have a story to tell. That's what happened. We do have a cash out goal as well. All right, so we'll give a few minutes to see if anybody wants to come up. Y'all, please come on tomorrow for part 2. I'm going to try to finish up tomorrow. There's a lot more that he says, and we're just going to go through it in one swoop tomorrow. I'm going to try to be on a little earlier tomorrow. I don't know exactly what time. I'm going to try to come on around 5. So it'll be a little earlier tomorrow. So be on around 5 for part 2. I thank y'all so much for always supporting me. She taught him well about hustling. Yep. Shit, it hurts when the doctors stick their finger in our arms. So whatever the kids. Exactly. And listen, do I think this guy is gonna come on, right? I mean, isn't it a little embarrassing just for him to say, hey, my mom stuck her finger in my behind, and he even went into detail to say she had to wash her hands to get the dookie off of her hands. And so for such a detailed story, because maybe if the dookie wasn't included off the hand, normally if somebody's going to tell a lie like that, they wouldn't include that detail. It's just for me, I just believe him. I believe him, and I believe it happened. I really do. Y'all said, what's the name of his TikTok? His TikTok is I am Killer Kens. IAMKILLAKENZ. Thank you, Trina. I appreciate you, love. I never did that. I used prune juice and children's suppository. That's what I was looking for. Suppository was what they used to give kids. I mean, at least when I was growing up, when they had issues with the bathroom, it was definitely a suppository. Or they had was it castor oil, y'all, or cod liver oil? I can't remember if it was castor oil or cod liver oil. Somebody tell me. Castor oil or cod liver oil. One of the things I believe too made you use the bathroom. I can't remember. Castor oil or cod liver oil. So come tomorrow for part 2. I'm going to try to be on around 5 o'clock. Thank you all who supported. Listen, if you're watching that replay, I'm going to ask you to like, share, and subscribe to the channel. Make sure you hit subscribe. Those of y'all who in the bushes, go ahead and hit that subscribe. Child, I don't know why y'all don't hit that subscribe. It's almost like y'all think if you subscribe, your master gonna get you. Somebody who, somebody gonna get you for hitting subscribe. Go ahead and hit that damn subscribe button to the channel. Like and share the live. Y'all said both. Okay, so it was the cod liver oil, or is it cod? Cod liver oil, I think, because this is from a fish. And it was also castor oil. Okay, thank you. Hey, Armac. Let's see. Armac. Let's see. I'm trying to see something. Refresh. I'm trying to see something. Let's see. Okay. So yes, y'all make sure y'all come tomorrow for part 2. I'm gonna try to be on around 5. Y'all said castor oil. Okay. Y'all said just do better. Yeah, we all can do better, baby. That's why my channel is called We All Can Do Better. Melissa, that's you, that's me, that's your mama, that's my mama, that's your daddy, and that's my dead daddy. If we don't have suppositories, remember we'll do something. Oh, not the ivory soap. Y'all say 5 or 6? Okay. She's going to come live later, crash. Well, listen, that's her business. She was treated the way she treated. Exactly, Thelma. That's another thing. Let's not remove the fact that she said she was treated terribly as a child as well. And how many times have we seen the repetition or the what do they call it? The cycle, or there's something, is a word I'm looking for, or a phrase. It's kind of like the cycle, when you continue the cycle. And how many times have we seen that happen from mother to child, or from parent to child? You know, we've seen that happen many times, and she was mistreated as a child. And how unbelievable, no, wrong, and how unreasonable is the word I was looking for. If she was mistreated so bad as a child, how unreasonable is it to believe that she mistreated her child? Because the cycle, hurt people hurt people. Yes, Miss Renee, the cycle does seem to continue a lot of time within families. All right. So, and yes, and she was molested as a child too. Now, didn't she talk about that girl licking her? What was her name? Coco's ex-girlfriend, or current girlfriend, or wife, or Nene, or Renee? I can't remember nobody's name right now. As people probably think I'm trying to be funny, but I'm not, because I don't watch these people. Coco's either ex or current girlfriend, didn't they have some kind of encounter? I don't know who was the aggressor. I don't know who licked who. Renee, Lele, right? Lele. Didn't they have some type of encounter when they was little? Now, I don't know who licked who, but I remember hearing that. Anyway, I'm about to get off this live. I will see y'all on the next live. I will be live tomorrow. Thank you, Didi. I'll try to be on around 5 o'clock so we can finish this out. There's about 15 more clips. There's no telling what he's going to say in those clips. So make sure you're here tomorrow so we can go over it. Good night, y'all. Thank you, Nosy Neighbors. Make sure you like, share, and hit subscribe. Thank you for the new people who have subscribed. I appreciate you so very much. Share the live out. I'll see y'all later. You have a good night.